The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Oldham High School's football starts now.
Good evening from South Oldham High School, Crestwood, Kentucky. The 5A District 4 championship game has one very unfamiliar face and one very familiar face. But Joey Hamilton, that's what high school football is about this time of year, and it should be a great one tonight.
We got Cinderella coming to the ball. We got the wildly veteran Coach Reed, Jamie Reed, the South Oldham Dragons. They've been here before. Coach Anthony White, first playoff win in school history last week.
They literally haven't been here before, ever.
Never been to this far. Never been this far. So, it's exciting. It's going to be exciting. You know, you got a guy who knows the ropes and a guy who is like, wow, this is brand new. But I think with his experience that he's had at Ballard and at Manual as an assistant coach, he's had a little playoff experience. So he's bringing that to the table. He also has an assistant coach, Larry Hester, who was with Central 2 years ago, and they won the state championship. So he's got some guys that kind of know what's going on over there. So, even though the players don't, the coaches kind of know what to do. So we'll see what happens from there.
Anthony White, the head man at Atherton High School, where the Atherton Ravens, one of the feel-good stories of the season. They haven't had a winning season at Atherton since 1976. They had never won a playoff game in school history until last week. And as you mentioned, that's the good news. The bad news is now you get South Oldham. And Jamie Reed, the Dragons, pretty much a perennial 8, 9, 10-win team. They're in this game just about every year. That said, for South Oldham, the incentive is to go on and go farther. I mean, despite how good they are year in and year out, they've always hit a bad spot in the quarterfinals or twice in the semifinals.
Correct.
I know Coach Reed would love to put together a run all the way to that 5A title game, and of course, you can't do it unless you win tonight.
And that's what it's about. Coach Reed has been there. He's been through the battles. He's been here at South Oldham. He is well respected around the state. A lot of people talk about Jamie Reed. I know Coach Reed personally. I actually coached with Coach Reed here at South Oldham, defense coordinator. I know Coach Reed is a prolific offensive mind. He knows the offense in and out, and with him, we went to the quarterfinals when I was with him, but we just had a couple tough breaks there with some fumbles and a couple turnovers, which that'll kill you. But we had a really good team, and he's had good teams, and like I said, he's been to the first round, he's been to the second round, quarterfinals, even 2016, 2018, took it all the way to the semifinals. So, Coach, he's been there. He's close, but yet, as they say, no cigar yet.
That's it. So tonight, Atherton trying to keep a Cinderella season rolling. South Oldham wants the clock to hit midnight and them to become a pumpkin again while they move on to the quarterfinals. But we'll see what happens. Atherton and South Oldham here on Glycod.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
Crestwood Coin Laundry, Oldham County's leading laundromat for over 25 years. Located at 6520 West Highway 146, Crestwood Coin Laundry offers state-of-the-art facilities in a clean, inviting atmosphere. You can wash and dry clothes yourself, or you can drop off your clothes in the morning and have them back clean, dry, and folded that afternoon. Their extra-large washers are perfect for comforters and large items, and all larger machines accept credit cards. They're open at 8 on weekdays and 7 on weekends for your convenience. Stop in or visit them online, CrestwoodCoinLaundryKY.com.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Winter is coming. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a rough winter with teeth-chattering cold. Don't be caught unprepared. Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a special $99 HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We are fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Thompson Heating and Cooling in LaGrange. For trusted on-time service, call Thompson at 502-817-3105. Thompson, making people comfortable. ThompsonHeating.net.
Welcome back to Glycod Sports. Joey Hamilton here. We're here at South Oldham High School, and I am here with third-year head coach Anthony White. Coach White is a 12-16 record currently right now. Coach, you were assistant at Ballard. You were assistant at Manual. How's that helped you out in your head coaching experience thus far?
Well, it's helped me out tremendously because of the prep that you have to have at those schools. Night in and night out, every Friday night, it's almost like a championship game when you're playing the male manuals, St. X, Trinity Centrals of the world. So you can't have step going in those games, you know. So with me coaching at those schools, I've had to make sure that I've crossed T's and dotted I's every Friday night. There's no nights off.
Coach, you had a lot of firsts this season. First year changing the name from Rebels to Ravens. And we've had a historic first last Friday night, Coach. Your first playoff win in school history. Tell me something about it.
Man, it was a emotional night for us, man. Just not realizing, you know, what we have done until it was done. Because so many naysayers and doubters and non-believers have all, you know, put in our mind that we can't do it, that this place will never be able to get over the hump. And for us to finally, you know, take that step in the right direction and changing the culture of the program, you know, but it was very big for us.
Speaking of that first, now, how do you get your team prepared after an emotional high like that? What do you do to get your team ready for tonight's game?
I mean, you know, all week, you know, the message was just to, you know, regroup. It's a new season. In the playoffs, every week is a new season. So we're back to 0-0. You know, they understand we got that rule 20. We got a rule where after the Friday night, it's over. Sunday, we on to the new opponent. So they understand that we was on to a new opponent, and we got to get back to business.
So tonight, for victory, tell me a key to victory for you tonight in stopping the South Oldham offense.
Is control the line of scrimmage, read your keys, and tackle.
And offensively, what are your keys offensively?
To play fast, use our skill set, and score more points than they do.
There you go. That's how you win it. Score more points. Coach, you are 6-5 right now. You've got a winning season. How do you carry this on for next year? You know, no matter whether it ends tonight or whether it ends next week or in state championship game, the excitement in the hallways. How do you continue that? How do you continue to get people excited about this football team, about Atherton Raven football?
Well, first thing is winning, and that's what we've done thus far. So the culture of winning is slowly being spread throughout the building. So, you know, we're gonna keep riding our wave that we're on. You know, we're gonna, we're proud to be where we're at, and like I said, they understand that now we can do it. All right, so now the expectation is expect to win.
There you go. You got it from Coach Anthony White right there in his third season here at Atherton. Coach, good luck to you tonight. And this is Joey Hamilton signing off for Glycod Sports.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. We'll take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, inexpensive wood one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
Robert Lane is not a seasoned politician. He grew up in Oldham County and has been in the trenches alongside first responders for over 20 years. As sheriff, he will provide fresh, community-oriented policing perspectives while maintaining a duty to serve citizens fairly and impartially. Vote for a candidate with a servant's heart. Vote Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff, committed to community.
I'm Robert Lane, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Getting a word now with head coach Jamie Reed of the South Oldham Dragons ahead of tonight's matchup with Atherton. Coach, you and I talked several weeks back. It was the week of the Oldham County game, and then I said, boy, you opened with a rough schedule early, and you said, we were serious out of the gate so that we'd be prepared down the stretch, and boy, that has really come to fruition for your team.
I tell you what, it's you had to check my head when we scheduled all those games early. But like I said, I think it's a great experience for us, and we were able to play Central Hardin 2 weeks ago, and they were a really good opponent, and we dominated that game, came out 26-6, and it's kind of let us know where we're at. They were feeling pretty good about it, won their district in the regular season and had a 7-2 record coming into the game. So I think I like where we're at. I think we're poised to hopefully kick up a little dust here in the playoffs.
Offensively, you guys are a little more versatile this year than you've been in the past. Devlin McGee had some big games throwing the ball, but you guys, I know, can still go back to your roots and play some smash mouth when you need to.
Yeah, we try to be more diverse. You look on TV anymore, and everybody's in the shotgun, and the kids are saying that stuff. And it just helps us sell our kids to come out and play football. Before we were in a wing T type formation, and just the look of it just makes people think that all you are is 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And unfortunately, that's not the thing that high school kids really rally around much anymore, unless you're from a smaller community. But it's been good for us, and it's been. I think the kids have really enjoyed it, and it always helps to win a few ball games when you're trying something new.
Wanted to ask you about a couple of the big guys up front on the defensive side of the ball. Malachi Kleber has very good stats, but Eli Lally goodness, it's rare to see a defensive tackle who can boast 98 stops, 29 tackles for loss, 7 sacks. I mean, you got a couple of guys up front who can really put opposing offenses behind the sticks, right?
Absolutely, yeah. It's Elijah Lally, and Elijah's been a good ball player for us for a long time coming. I think this is his second year starting for us. Has some playing time as a sophomore as well. And he's just quick off the ball. He's a little bit undersized for the position that we have him in a nose guard, but he's got a great motor, as they say. And Malachi, he's had a heck of a year. He's a force coming off the edge, which we're going to be needing because we graduated, Lou Clark last year, which was a big time player for us, and then we still have Maddox Fleener that Maddox is very solid coming along with his stats, and then on the other side you got Jacob Johnston. So our D line, we've been really proud of our D line, and they work hard. Our coach, the D line, Kane Sams, does a great job with them, and they've had a heck of a year.
Well, tell me this, Coach. I mean, every coach I talk to says it's one thing to beat a team once. It's a tall undertaking to beat a team twice in a year, and that's what you got to do this week. What's the message been at practice?
I just think playing our game. We were able to play pretty well against Atherton the first time we played, and we weren't quite, hadn't quite hit our full stride just yet. I think we've gotten a lot better. Now, I do also think that they've gotten a lot better since the last time we played as well. But that's the way we do it in Kentucky. That's the way our state playoffs are set up, and we've kind of gotten used to it. We've been either in a district championship game or district champions for. Prior to last year, I think we were district champions for like 7 years in a row. Last year we were the runner-ups, and this year we're hoping to get that trophy back in Crestwood.
That's the agenda for tonight. Atherton at South Oldham here on Glycod.
Robert Lane is not a seasoned politician. He grew up in Oldham County and has been in the trenches alongside first responders for over 20 years. As sheriff, he will provide fresh, community-oriented policing perspectives while maintaining a duty to serve citizens fairly and impartially. Vote for a candidate with a servant's heart. Vote Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff, committed to community.
I'm Robert Lane, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. It will take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, inexpensive wood one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing. This portion of tonight's game on Glycod is brought to you by Stinnett Plumbing. Reliable, friendly, trusted. Phone 502-690-3070 or go online to StinnettPlumbing.com.
Joe Cox back here with Joey Hamilton at South Oldham, the Atherton Ravens, the South Oldham Dragons, the 5A District 4 Championship. And Joey, it's that time where we've got to break down some keys to the game. For Atherton, you already brought this up in the pregame. It's kind of the big story tonight. You called it the young lion versus the old lion earlier when we were talking about this.
Yeah, most definitely. It's the young lion. You got Coach White, his third year coaching. He's got one playoff win. He's got 12 wins total, and Coach Reed, like we talked about, traditionally he's been in the playoffs year after year.
He's been here 12 years. So
yeah, he's been 12 years. He's got over 106 wins. So he's got a 73% win percentage. So he's been very successful. He's done some things, and it's like I said, the old dog versus the new dog. It's old guard versus new guard,
That's it. And for Atherton, you also highlighted, can they control the line of scrimmage? Can they move the ball? Can they slow down the South Oldham attack? That will be key, getting some good work up front for the Ravens.
It most definitely is. Can they control the line of scrimmage? South Oldham is huge. They have a big offensive line. They have a big defensive line. They have numbers. They have subs. They have some reserves there. Atherton, they don't have very many reserves. They're a small squad. So, I think that what'll happen is that they will be they'll be putting guys in. They'll be putting guys second, third teamers in. And Atherton will still have those first and second guys out there.
Sure, and then absolutely the last thing you pointed out with Atherton, a big key. These two teams played each other before. It didn't go real well for Atherton.
Yeah, they played October 1st. They played just a little over a month ago. And
48-12 South Oldham.
South Oldham. They just, and the thing is, it can be a positive or a negative. For positive, you can think, hey, we can play with these guys. I know what they're going to do. And sometimes, I'm not saying that's the case tonight, but sometimes, a team may go, wow, we have to play them again. But knowing Coach White, knowing Coach Hester, knowing that group over there, they're going to have their guys fired up. They're going to have them ready. It's all about preparation. It's all about preparation for him.
Yeah, and then on the South Oldham side, offensive consistency. They've been a little Jekyll and Hyde. They threw the ball a lot early in the year, then they kind of went back to the run, and then Coach Reed and I talked about it. He's very multiple, but the problem with doing a lot of things is it's easier sometimes to bog down than if you've got your clear bread and butter.
Yeah, Coach Reed wanted to spread it out. He wanted to be a little more diverse. He wanted to do some things, and it just didn't work out that way for him. And they put up 11 points against Cal earlier. Then they come back and they put up 24. They go across the river, play Silver Creek. Then they come back, Ballard, they score 12 points again. They come back and put up a 27-0 shutout against North Oldham. So they've been up and down, up and down. Then they put up 63 against J-Town, 48 against Atherton, 54 against North Bullitt, and 42 against Seneca. They're in a win streak. So, and this little 6-game win streak they got going, they're averaging over 34 points a game. So they're Coach, if they can get that offense rolling, and like I said, Coach wanted to pass early, went back to his old traditional where he goes back to that option where he's inside veer, outside veer, and I think he started that at the North Oldham game, and when he did it at the North Oldham game, that is what made him click. That got him together.
And then your other keys for them, win the turnover battle and use that playoff experience. That's really huge.
Exactly. Right now, they're at a plus 11 on the year. Last week they had 3 interceptions against J-Town. No turnovers on the offense. Defense put up 3. So, like I said, they're at a plus 11 this year. So, if they can keep doing that, Atherton unfortunately is at a -3 this year. But Coach Reed, they can win the turnover battle. And last, we talked about it. We already said, show that playoff experience.
That's it. That's key. Tonight's keys to the game brought to you by Robert Lane for Sheriff. Committed to community. Stay tuned. Count you down to kickoff now. Only about 7.5 minutes away. Atherton and South Oldham here on Glycod.
Kevin Woosley is a lifelong Oldham County resident. He's been a public servant for 30 years and is a former Kentucky State Police 911 administrator. Currently the District 3 Fiscal Court Magistrate, Kevin is a responsive politician. He favors improved broadband internet, more affordable housing, plus new roads and schools to meet the demands of a growing county. Re-elect Kevin Woosley for District 3 Magistrate.
I'm Kevin Woosley, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Kevin Woosley for Magistrate.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For your surprisingly great home and auto rate,
Call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I started smoking probably around 11 or 12 years old, you know, and then within a couple of years, of course, it's just part of your life. I quit in 2012 on May 2nd, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, in the parking lot of the hospital I was about to get admitted to because my left lung had collapsed. I was in the hospital for over 2 months. And then I was home with a tube coming out of my chest for about 6 weeks after that. So, and that's when I was diagnosed with stage 4. And eventually I will probably die from COPD. I worked in the construction industry. I love to build things. In our old home, it was a fun place. And I built it all with my own hands, the walls, the ceiling, the floors. And that got taken away. And we owned a boat, and I had to give it up. I couldn't physically handle it anymore. So we thought, well, let's maybe try to travel a little bit. So we bought a camper, and I had to give that up because I just couldn't, you know, it's physically demanding. So your world just keeps shrinking. When you lay in bed at night, you're by yourself, that's when it weighs on you.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Joe Cox and Joey Hamilton bringing you tonight's storyline. Tonight's storyline brought to you by State Farm agent Leslie Gilley. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. The storyline, very simple. The team that's always here, South Oldham, against the team that's literally never been here, Atherton. That's what we're looking at tonight, and we'll be back in just a moment to bring you the kickoff here on Glycod.
Crestwood Coin Laundry, Oldham County's leading laundromat for over 25 years. Located at 6520 West Highway 146, Crestwood Coin Laundry offers state-of-the-art facilities in a clean, inviting atmosphere. You can wash and dry clothes yourself, or you can drop off your clothes in the morning and have them back clean, dry, and folded that afternoon. Their extra-large washers are perfect for comforters and large items, and all larger machines accept credit cards. They're open at 8 on weekdays and 7 on weekends for your convenience. Stop in or visit them online, CrestwoodCoinLaundryKY.com.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. It will take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, an inexpensive wooden one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
From Glycod, it's Oldham High School's football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, outdoor equipment specialists who make your life easier. Thompson Heating and Cooling, where your comfort comes first. Roy's Body and Glass Shop, locally owned and operated with a lifetime warranty on all repairs. LaGrange Service Center, quality car care since 1964. Watts Home Center in LaGrange, design that feels like home. Metro Windows, State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley, Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff, and by Lawson Financial. Now to the field for all the action of Oldham High School's football from Glycod.
And we're ready for kickoff. South Oldham wins the coin toss. They defer to the second half. Atherton will take the football first. Football time, Joey.
They got chains. We're ready for football here. It's playoff time.
That it is.
I'm ready. I think both coaches are ready. Both coaches talked about how they are looking forward to this.
High, short kick. Atherton watches it hit at about the 15. They pick it up. Not much there. Taken down at about the 20. Probably lucky to get on that football, but that's where the Ravens will take over on the opening possession.
It's a great job there getting the ball. You know, you got to get the kickoff. That's one of the main things. If you don't get that ball, the defense will come right down and get it. Lose possession like that. That'd be a terrible thing for Atherton right now, early in the game, the momentum swing. So it's a good job, young man back there getting the ball, and looks like it's going to be Atherton here on the 20-yard line.
Player to watch up front for South Oldham, number 51, Elijah Lally, 97 tackles, which is incredible for a defensive lineman.
Lally, one of the top tacklers in the state. You know, there's not much better than him.
Kashawn Thompson, the quarterback, and he's under center. Play fake. He's looking to throw. He fires, tipped, and then caught out at the 30, 35, out to the 40. Boy, Atherton had a rabbit's foot going on that one.
Very nice scheme, though. There, too tight, two wideouts, too tight. Set there, play action. Right there, rolls back out, bootlegs it to the right. Tight end, he was open early. The quarterback, I don't think he saw him because of the big body there by South, but gets it right over the outstretched arms as the South Oldham defender tips it. Has a nice completion there, first down.
20-yard connection, Thompson to Spalding. A first down for Atherton as we're just underway.
Looks like they're staying with this too tight set here.
Shotgun formation. Thompson hands it off, and that one is going nowhere fast. Dropped in a hurry right there by Maddox Fleener, the outstanding linebacker from South Oldham.
Fleener just shot the gap right there. I think Fleener's key is the running back there, so he's going to go where he goes all day. Just a little handoff there, and Fleener just fills the gap. Makes a nice play right there. You have to do a little more than that on Atherton. I think they're better off spreading the ball around, throwing it, but you know, they usually only throw it to one receiver. If you look on there, they've got Chance Thompson, who's their big-time receiver. That's number 5. So look for number 5, and that's probably where they'll go with it.
He has more than half of their completions on the season. 2nd and 13 here. Thompson looks to throw, hurried, and now sacked.
Exactly what we just mentioned right there. Quarterback looking for number 5. I think if he looks back to his other side, his secondary receivers were open, but he was just looked to the right and just looking for Thompson, and Thompson didn't get open. It's a good job by the South Oldham defense. Coach Coy Lightfoot, defense coordinator there, doing a good job. I know he's probably worked on that all week, working on covering and double covering number 5. Nice play right there by the South Oldham defense.
Malachi Kleber in on the sack, puts it 3rd and about 19 for Atherton on this opening possession of the game. 4 wide here, 5 wide.
A little okie, as they call it defense-wise, you know, bringing 3.
Deep shot down the field, up for grabs. Incomplete.
Good job by the defensive back there. Basically just sitting there back waiting, just throw it in the air so we can knock it down. That's a good job by the defense there at South Oldham. After one positive play there by Atherton, they come back with 2nd down, incomplete, 3rd down, incomplete, and looks like they're going to punt it here.
Jacob Acevedo back to return the punt.
It's going to be huge right here. Atherton's going to have to block.
10 guys up on the line. Yeah, South Oldham looks like they're going to bring it. They back out a little bit. Still a lot of guys in close. Snaps clean. Got it out of there. Line drive. Acevedo lets it hit, and it takes a nice Atherton roll down inside the 30-yard line. So South Oldham will start there. Atherton hit the 20-yard pass play to open the drive, but then couldn't do anything else with it. Punts it back.
Not much there. You got Jack McCubbin, the big running back here for South. Let's see if he can do some damage there. Quarterback Devlin McGee. Yeah. He's a senior. He's been through some of these playoff wars.
McGee is the quarterback. As we said, they're a little more versatile than they've been in years past, and sure enough, they open it 4 wide.
It's like Atherton's playing a little 4-2-5 there.
They fake the handoff, keep it in the middle, and Devlin McGee picks up 3 or 4 there right through the middle.
Yeah, it's a little quarterback read option right there. That's what Coach Reed, they went to a little more of that, I think, after about week 6. Week 5 or 6 there, they went to a little more of that. You know, start getting a little colder, start throwing the ball a little less, and next thing you know, the points start going up for them.
It's kind of been their bread and butter through the years. Not a pass-heavy team, but more passing this year than most.
Yeah, they're still not amongst the tops in 5A, but they get just enough done there.
Run it inside, and a nice surge from that offensive line brings it out near the 1st down marker, still a yard or 2 shy.
That big, beefy offensive line is South Oldham, just kind of pushing their way through. That's going to be one of our keys tonight to see if that Atherton defense can hold.
3rd and short here, 3rd and 2, no score as we're just underway. First possession for South Oldham. After an Atherton punt, 3rd and 2, they run it up the middle and the back dives ahead for the 1st down. Nice piece of running right there.
Look at old 2-back veer right there. Fullback dives, other back goes to pitch right there. Just kind of hands off straight up the middle. Get 2 yards, get what you need, move the chains.
Kyle Smith able to get what he needed. 1st down for the Dragons. Two backs with the quarterback. They hand it off inside. A little power run, and that one gains 4 or 5.
Yeah, they got something going there. That's just the guard and the tackle doubling down, and then the linebacker scraping off. And as the linebacker scrapes off, he's got a whistle here. What's going on?
I don't know. Yeah.
Coach White over there is talking to the official. Looks like the official, I don't know what's going on there, but Coach White over there just in the official's ear, maybe see something he doesn't like.
2nd and 6 at the 45. South Oldham on their first possession. They hand it off on the counter play, and it's well defended by Atherton. Only picks up a yard, maybe 2, but not much there.
Yeah, that's pretty much just coming off tackle, and I think Atherton, they're going to be ready for that. They've scouted that well enough. But they're going to be ready for that off-tackle play. It's more where they've had the success of just kind of running that option, that dive option, where they just hand off to the fullback. And like I said, I was mentioning that the guard and the tackle just double down, and then the tackle scrapes off to the linebacker there. And All that back's got to do is beat the defensive tackle to the spot.
3rd and 3, and they run it inside, and a first down and more across the 45 and down to about the 40-yard line.
Nice trap.
Kyle Smythe on the carry.
Bread and butter right there all day. Kyle Smythe. Nice trap right there. Quarterback opens up, reverses. Left guard pulls. Nice trap there. Another first down. South Oldham on the move.
They haven't gone to the air yet. They haven't needed to go to the air yet. If you can pick up 4 and 5 yards, a pop on the ground. 1st and 10, the 40. And here it is. Play fake. Takes a deep shot. Got a man out there. Just overthrown. Incomplete. Connor Hayden had a touchdown in his sights, but they couldn't quite connect.
You talked it up, Coach. You talked it up right there. Hadn't passed it yet. And they basically sucked all the Atherton players in. You know, he was wide open out there. He just missed him by a hair. They little play action there. Next thing you know, he's streaking down the middle of the field. And
looks like we got a timeout now. Atherton calls time. No score, 6:17 to go in quarter one. Atherton and South Oldham on Glycod.
Crestwood Coin Laundry, Oldham County's leading laundromat for over 25 years. Located at 6520 West Highway 146, Crestwood Coin Laundry offers state-of-the-art facilities in a clean, inviting atmosphere. You can wash and dry clothes yourself, or you can drop off your clothes in the morning and have them back clean, dry, and folded that afternoon. Their extra-large washers are perfect for comforters and large items, and all larger machines accept credit cards. They're open at 8 on weekdays and 7 on weekends for your convenience. Stop in or visit them online, CrestwoodCoinLaundryKY.com.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Second and 10, South Oldham after the incomplete pass.
Coach White had a little talking to the defense. I think he didn't like how Christian Danielson got wide open last play.
Sure did. They were faked it and then kept it, and well played by Atherton that time. Devlin McGee hauled down for a short loss.
That's Robert Edwards, number 22. He's got quarterback. Quarterback decided to keep it on that one, and Edwards made a nice play right there. Trying to run that option. That's a nice play by Roberts. Is he a senior? I believe he is. Junior.
Another year, that guy is going to be an absolute beast.
Coach, he's doing a good job of getting some players out there. We talked about that. Him getting how he's going to get players out there, how he's going to get, by winning. So that's a good start.
Trips right for South Oldham on 3rd and 11. At the Atherton 41, deep shot coming. It's up in the air. Incomplete. Well covered that time by Atherton. I think they took Coach White's lesson to heart right there.
Yes, they did. Cameron Spalding playing defensive back over there. Nice play. Just kind of threw his hands up there. As a wideout, I'm thinking that's pass interference, but as a DB, I'm like, great coverage. So, regardless, anyway, it's 4th down. We're going to go 4th and 11. Coach is on this side of the 50. I guess he's going to go for it here.
Looks like it. Devlin McGee stays in.
Whatever Coach White said to his defense over there, they've come back 3 plays in a row and made some plays here, so we'll figure it out.
2 wideouts each way for the Dragons as they try to score on their opening possession. 4th and 11. Got to make the 30. McGee falls down. He's sacked. The heat was coming and looked like he just lost his footing. But good hustle right there.
There's Jonathan Breenan. Breenan coming in, making a sack right there. That's a huge play for Atherton on 4th down. Atherton's going to get the ball here just on their side of the 50-yard line. Let's see what I want to call them Rebels. Excuse me if I say Rebels sometime because they just changed it. I've been saying Rebels for 20 years.
This is their first year as the Ravens, yes.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, the Atherton Ravens. So the Atherton Ravens will have the ball, and we'll see what they do here.
Talked with their principal this afternoon, Dr. Stephanie Flora, an old friend of mine from Western Kentucky. She's very proud of the Ravens and the history they're making on the gridiron.
Oh yeah. They're doing some work over there. Those guys they planted them some big things here. Some big things here in the years to come. I think Coach White, if he stays around there, they're going to have a lot of winning seasons.
The officials have held us up because the chain gang over on the far side still had the down markers moving toward South Oldham. Now they've got it turned around the right way. 1st and 10 at the 49 for the Ravens.
You have double slot, both sides, little shotgun action.
Thompson going to throw. He sets, throws over the middle, in and out of the hands of his intended target. And that was Chance Thompson, who you mentioned earlier. He's their go-to guy. He just about pulled that one in.
Yeah, he just threw it just a little bit over his head there. Chance got to come down with that ball. You know, play action. Chance on the inside does a little slant post there. Got to come down and catch that one. That would have been a huge play for Atherton. So that's usually who he throws it to, so he's not in the game this time. So, you know, who do you look for? Who's going to be the next guy to step up for them?
Well, Spalding had the 20-yard grab on the first drive. He'd be.
He did, the tight end. That was a nice, like I said, that was a nice play right there.
3 receivers right, but they run right, and not much there. I think he got back to the line. That's their leading back, Jeremiah Payne, but he didn't have much room.
Yeah, not much there for Payne, you know. On defense, they're ready for that. Run a little sweep to the right, and looks like it's going to be 3rd and 10 here, and I was looking for their main guy to come back in the game. I did not see him come back in the game. Number 5, I did not see Chance Thompson come back in the game, so.
Had a player leave late, but nobody comes back in. Quarterback brings the play in. They like to do it that way.
It's 4-3 defense here. Coach Lightfoot's got going for the South Oldham Dragons. Looks like they got 4 there. Yeah, they're playing pass all the way here.
3rd and 10. Thompson to throw. Big rush coming. Screen. It's caught, but it didn't go anywhere. Well covered by South Oldham, not only to get the initial rush, but then to drop back and cover the screen.
Yeah, those linebackers are taught well. You know, I know what Coach Reed and Coach Lightfoot do. They have those linebackers. They read those backs. They sit there. That back steps up. That linebacker came right up, made a huge play right there. It's a smart play right here by Atherton, trying to play the field position game. Go ahead and punt it. I know Coach Reed went for it on 4th down, but, you know, you're still first quarter of the game. Got to play the field position deal here. South, they were close to blocking the last punt, so we'll see what happens here.
Acevedo back to return it. 4th down, Atherton, there's the snap. Takes his time, and it is blocked. Atherton picks it up, and the ball carrier appears to have a first down.
Yeah, it looked like number 14 there, I believe.
We don't even have a number 14 on our roster, but whoever he is, he just saved the day. That's a first down for the Ravens. My goodness, I'm not sure I've ever seen that.
Oh, that's one of those plays that could be a momentum swing here in the first quarter. South was close to the first punt blocking it, and they do block this one. They block it, and it bounces right fortuitously in the hands of the number 14, and he gets the ball, and he runs for 10 yards.
He gets exactly what he needs, yeah.
Get a first down. I guess that's in the playbook.
if so, Coach White's got a bright future for certain.
Oh, that's the one you don't expect.
Oh, you know, when you're an underdog, you need a play like that. You need a little bit of luck, and they got some right there.
Well, that's what Coach said. He said they're going to come in guns a-blazing. He said they're going to come in and have nothing to hold back. Looks like, speaking of that,
razzle dazzle.
Pass.
Thompson throwing. He's got a man out there, and it's incomplete. Well covered. South Oldham was not fooled at all, and that's amazing.
Well, you know, the South Oldham defensive backs, you know, they're taught, you know, don't let anyone get deeper than you, so they just did their job. You know, if he keeps that, he may have gained 8-9 yards, but it's a sweep right, reverse left.
Yeah, I might come back to that and say, if you can fake that throw, but pull it down and take off.
Yeah, or we can call it a flea flicker. We can call it what we want to call it, but sweep right, reverse left, or sweep left, reverse right, pass. And the DBs back there, just safety, stay back. No one gets deeper than them. That's good job. Good coaching.
Wasn't a bad throw, just well covered.
Great throw. Nice tight spiral.
2nd and 10 at the 41. They're going to run it inside. It's Payne, 35, 30, down to the 26. Nice run right there for Jeremiah Payne, the senior back.
Hey, handoff straight up the middle. Breaks one tackle. Looks like they're going a little hurry up here.
Yes, sir.
Try to get them while they're down.
And South Oldham trying to run guys off. Now they're pretty well disciplined. They're not going to be fooled for long. 1st and 10, call it the 27. Thompson to throw. Takes a deep shot. He's got a guy out there. Incomplete. Oh, just about made that work.
They threw him off the field there a little bit, but he kept running. The wideout kept running, and I thought it was going to be a touchdown there for a minute, but he just overthrew it a little bit off the field. Just threw him a little bit off the field. Good route, good throw, though. Just keep him on the field there, quarterback. You might as well go for it. Excellent, you come back with a hurry up, try to get a touchdown there, and now they'll settle in here on second down. See if they try to throw it again, or if they're going to run it again with their main man.
Atherton mixing it up well here on their second possession of the game. Had a punt blocked. We're lucky to recover it and pick up a first down. Now 2nd and 10 at the 26. Well, Thompson going to call his own number, and he gains a couple, but he's cut down pretty quickly, and there's a flag.
Oh, looks like a face mask there. Kind of got the face mask, pulled him down real quick. That's going to be in favor of Atherton.
Move him into the red zone here if that is indeed the call.
Yeah, the quarterback went down pretty quickly there. Looked like he grabbed that face mask, and that's going to be an automatic first down. Personal foul. Atherton moving toward the goal line. They're inside the red zone now, so we'll see what they can do here with their opportunities here in the first quarter.
Got it at the 12-yard line. Again, they met at the beginning of October. South Oldham controlled it, but second match so far, not been as easy for the Dragons.
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of coaches. Some of the coaches I've talked to, they really hate playing teams twice.
Thompson to throw. Fires it out there. He's got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Well covered over there, but another completion for Atherton as they move inside the 10-yard line.
14 yards there. I'm sorry. It's about 8 yards there, so we'll see what they call it. 2nd and 7. I guess he didn't gain as much as I thought.
It's hard to tell all the way across like that.
Well, it looked like he gained more, but
he got more than 3. The markers at the 8 or the 9, he got about 5.
Okay. They still.
It's in between the 8 and the 9. It looks like.
Yeah, gained more than that, and then he came back. So
Thompson to throw again. Fires high and incomplete.
Going there to number 14. That's our guy who had the block punt return, I guess, if you want to say it.
Recovery? Yeah, I don't know what you call it. Yeah.
The block punt return recovery.
Yeah, I've never seen that work. I've seen some strange things in the punting game, but that's a new one.
Yeah, that's just a little wheel route there. They try to bring that outside man inside, draw the linebacker in the wheel route. And South Oldham had it covered on the outside and obviously had the inside covered as well.
3rd and 5. Ball is at about the 8-yard line. Big play here for both teams. 3 receivers left for Atherton. Thompson going to call his own number. There's a flag. Must have been a hold, although the play is going to go for about no gain anyway. Would you take the penalty here? Well, I think you do. I think you got to go 3rd and 15 rather than 4th and 5.
Oh, you definitely have to take the penalty because they have a quality kicker. He's a kid who can kick the ball. He's one of the top kids. He's one of the top kickers in PATs and things like that.
Yeah.
He's Atherton. So you've got to go ahead and kick the field goal. I'm sorry, you got to go ahead and take the penalty.
And push him back.
Push him back, most definitely. And you got a little wind blowing in their face, so you definitely want to push them back.
Well, they didn't. So we'll see what happens. And here comes the kicking team. Well, to your point, we'll see if they say, gee, we should have.
Well, like I said, the wind's in his face. Coach is probably betting on that, so that might be a little extra defensive help there, but they've got a nice kicker there, so.
Like Samuel Fowler, if he gets it off, the quarter may end, and the wind's blowing in their face. I'd take it to the second quarter.
Well, yeah, if you're thinking about that, I don't know. I think Coach is doing that.
Yeah,
I'm looking at Coach White, and he's saying stand there. He's saying.
But there's a flag now, and they're going to call the delay of game. Well, so much for my one-upsmanship there. It cost him 5 yards.
I did not think that was 25 seconds.
That was a very quick 25 seconds, I would agree. And I think that's the point that the Atherton coaches are making right now.
Coach White's coming and saying, how can it be 25 seconds from the time it stopped?
Yeah, there's no way.
It just to me now, I'm not.
I would wager on it. I'm pretty certain. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not the official. I did not start the clock, but I didn't see how they could get that 25 seconds off when there was 17 seconds and they hit the whistle
right
seconds before that.
I mean, there wasn't a big gap there. I wasn't sure just organically if they were going to have time to kick it, without
They're telling them to run the clock there, you know. So they're gonna run it out, and they're gonna get the win at their back.
So we're done with the quarter.
To kick it.
We'll probably have a field goal attempt here for Atherton to begin the second quarter. No score. South Oldham and Atherton on Glycod.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer...
That's 502-225-9900 or visit Lawson.
The Tyler Gregory field goal attempt. 24-yard try for Gregory to put Atherton on the board. Snaps there, holds there, kick is away, spinning, good. 3-0 Atherton in the opening seconds of the second quarter. You're watching Atherton and South Oldham here on Glycod.
Kevin Woosley is a lifelong Oldham County resident. He's been a public servant for 30 years and is a former Kentucky State Police 911 administrator. Currently the District 3 Fiscal Court Magistrate, Kevin is a responsive politician. He favors improved broadband internet, more affordable housing, plus new roads and schools to meet the demands of a growing county. Re-elect Kevin Woosley for District 3 Magistrate.
I'm Kevin Woosley, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Kevin Woosley for Magistrate.
Tyler Gregory hitting the 24-yard field goal to get Atherton on the board, a 3-0 edge. He's a good one, isn't he, Joey?
Tyler Gregory's now he's 24-28. He was 23-27. That's at about an 85% clip there. You know, that's 85%. Wow, he's averaging 2 points a game, almost 2.5 points a game. So
better than my basketball numbers, Joey.
I tell you what, that's a weapon right there. You know, in playoff football, you have a guy that can make field goals like that, especially in a crunch like that. You know, you don't get the first down, you go to fourth, you're inside the red zone. You know, there are teams that have lost games by 1 or 2 points because they don't have a kicker. So that's a weapon. That's a weapon there for the Atherton Ravens.
3-0 Atherton. Gregory to kick it off. It's an onside kick. It's there. And it must have gone out of bounds. Goodness, that was a beauty of an onside kick. It just rolled and rolled.
Kick there. It looked like Cameron Spalding or Quayshawn Thompson just couldn't get to it. The ball, it hit 10 yards, and then once it hit 10 yards, it looked like somebody hit a speed button on it.
Yeah.
It was a nice kick there, and it was going, and then all of a sudden, after it hit 10 yards, it's like, I don't know if a gust of wind hit it, but it's like, whoom, and it just took off. That was a great play there, though, and that's, coaches playing smart, trying to play the momentum game right here. If they get the ball back there, got another opportunity to put some points up.
Instead, South Oldham in the field position, 1st and 10, their own 46. They trail 3-0 here in the second quarter.
I think Coach Reed's going to buckle down and stick to what he started out with.
McGee hands it off across midfield. Nice run right there.
Looks like a fumble.
8.
Looks like a fumble.
And I don't know that he was down.
That was a fumble. I don't know if they're going to call it.
Atherton says the ball was out. The officials taking their time. Well, I don't know. They're unpiling guys like they think it's a fumble. We'll see.
Well, as the running back was being tackled, he never hit the ground, and one of the Atherton defenders just grabbed the ball from him. Yeah. Next thing you know. So it depends on what they're going to call there. So looks like they're going to be second down. South Oldham's going to keep the ball there.
Whew.
There must have been a tussle under there for the ball. But it looked like the Atherton defender had the ball there for a minute as he took it away from the South Oldham running back.
Yeah, Jack McCubbin lucky to end up with his team retaining possession.
That's one of those things there. Like you said, you never know what goes on down there in the bottom of those piles. Someone must have just snatched the ball right back because it looked like Atherton had the ball.
8-yard pickup for McCubbin, but he nearly lost it. See what South Oldham dials up on 2nd and 2. And play fake, and they run on the edge, and not much there. Atherton covered that one pretty well. I don't think it got anything.
Good play there. That's number 82. Good play there by number 82. Defensive player there for Atherton. Stopping the sweep there. It's a big 3rd down play right here.
The Ravens are playing like this playoff football is kind of a fun thing. Maybe they want to do a little more of it. I don't know.
Yeah, I said Coach White was pumped up. Went by there during the week, talked to him a little bit.
3rd and 2, they run it inside and a 1st down. And then Well, he got 3 or maybe 4.
Tough yardage, but it's going to be a first down. It's a good job by that big offensive line there of South Oldham.
Yeah, that's your advantage. If you can put it on those guys, you got to feel pretty comfortable with Coach Reed.
That is their advantage. That's their advantage. They have numbers. They have size. You know, they, like I said, they have a couple subs in there, and Atherton does not. So I don't know if Coach Reed, I think he'll probably stick more to his ground game. Looked like he tried to open it up a little bit there, and then a little unsuccessful in the first quarter.
1st and 10 to 43. McGee rolls, sets, hit, sacked. Wow, nice play again by Robert Edwards.
Robert Edwards right there, number 22. That's 2 big plays for him right there. That was good coverage back there by the defensive backs and safeties of Atherton. There was just nobody open. Nobody open at all. That's a huge play right there. It's going to make it 2nd and long.
You know, that really takes South Oldham out of what they're doing. They're at their best when they can pop 4 and 5 yards. 2nd and 19, he'll give them 4 or 5 yards. That's no big deal anymore. So, you know, they've got to come up with something else, I think, at this point. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I've seen those inside runs pop pretty well, too.
Yeah, those inside runs have been doing very well for him. 7, 8, 9 yards of carry. So
2nd 1946, and there is one, and it goes across midfield. Smythe on the carry. He picked up 6 or 7. Now, that's a little different than 4 or 5.
Yeah,
so
it's going to the midline right there. That's their bread and butter right there. Midline, inside veer, outside veer. That little extra man over there, so that creates separation. That creates a natural seam, a natural hole over there. And so you just audible it to that open hole right there, and you're going to gain yardage every time.
Still 3rd and a bunch, 13, maybe 14 even, and whistles blow. I think we've got a timeout. Timeout Atherton. We'll take the break as well. 3-0 Atherton, 8:32 to go in the 2nd quarter. South Oldham and Atherton on Glycod.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
3-0 Atherton over South Oldham here. Colby Martin, what else do you know about the scores from around the area?
We've got some scores right now. We've got Manual 9 at St. X 6, 5:11 to go in the 2nd. Trinity up 17-0 over Ballard with 2:48 in the 2nd. Male 28, Bull East 8 with 3:55 in the 2nd. Bolt Central leads Fairdale 7-0 in the 1st.
3rd and 14, McGee. He's harassed, he's hit, he's dropped.
Yeah, they're not getting much on their play action or their pass game right now. The first play, they went play action. They had a man wide open down the field. And ever since Coach White's called that timeout, it looks like the defense of Atherton has decided to had a change of heart. And they're not giving up anything right now.
Punting situation here.
Coach White called a timeout again last time after that midline after they gained 8 yards, and I think he saw the natural gap. Looks like Coach Reed went away from him, went to the 2 back and tried to go play action, but there's nothing open.
4th and 14. The Dragons will try to pin the Ravens. Kick is away and very short off the side of his foot and goes out of bounds. Be interested to see where they mark that. It crossed the boundary somewhere probably up over the 30 to my eye.
Does it look like they're giving
about the 32 or 33, yeah. So didn't get much at all on that one, about a 15-yard boot. So they had a chance to pin Atherton deep, and instead the Ravens will take over with respectable field position and a 3-0 lead.
Well, when you say that's part of that deal where Coach White made the smart move and kicking that field goal, decided to let the clock run out and kick with the wind instead of against it.
Yeah, we saw it there.
You could tell right there that wind, he kicked it, but it just went straight up and took a hard right. So,
it's like my golf game. I don't know.
I'm more of a I use my iron on the drives, but instead of my driver, but that's another story. So
I hear that.
We could talk about that all day. I tell my guys, I say, I use a 3-iron. They're like, you got to get used to your driver. I said, well, if I'm not good at it.
Do what you know.
Go double slot again. Shotgun, one back.
Oh, somebody got a quick start. Thompson was burning down the field, but the problem is nobody else had moved. So.
That's just one of those mistakes, you know. As a coach, you're just that is infuriating. Infuriating when you see a wide out offsides. I mean, you got one job: watch the ball snap. That's all you got to do. Watch the ball snap. I know, you think you may have heard something. You think of that. He's your top receiver, but still, no excuses. Watch the ball, son. Watch the ball. That's what he's going to hear from the coach. Watch the daggone ball.
First and 15 after the flag. Haven't had a lot of penalties today.
No. It's been pretty much a clean game.
Thompson going to keep it himself. Finds a little bit of room. Tackled forward. He got back to about the original line of scrimmage, so pickup of around 5.
We'll fake to the back.
Thompson. Yeah.
Little trap action there. The back feels for the guard. Guard pulls left right there, and got a little seam there. Gain a few yards there. He's almost about I wouldn't say an arm away, but he's a little more strength there. He probably could have gained a few more yards. That's a good open field tackle there by the South Oldham Dragons.
Second down, maybe a long 10. He might be a football shy of where they started. Apologize for the wind really picking up here. Thompson going to throw. He's got a man out there, incomplete. Kind of went through the hands. Looked like a pretty well thrown ball right there.
That's 2 really good balls I've seen him throw deep right there. And it looks like the wideouts had a little advantage out there against their DBs, running right past the defensive back. I don't know what happened on that. It looked like he just missed the ball.
It's Demetrius Dunlap he took a shot at, and good route, good throw, just couldn't quite.
Can't catch the ball. Said, you almost want to look at the kid and say, always tell me, did I hit you in a bad spot? Hit you in your hands? I mean.
Yeah.
But, give the defensive back credit there, too. They're
always well positioned.
He got in there just enough to distract him. So
3 receivers right, 2 left. Thompson, QB run all the way. 35, he's not going to get near the marker. He's taken down. I like that play, though, even though it doesn't work.
Quarterback draw there gives you a little room, gives you a little something there, makes it 4th, and I think, Coach is thinking about it, but he's like,
can't do it.
Yeah, he's thinking
but you got to protect better than they did the last time. I will say that.
Yeah, they've got a little game going over there. Twice you can see it over there on that left side. They got a little game where someone's going out, and next thing you know, there's a wide open hole, and you got a defensive player coming right there inside them. So they got a little game going there. So we'll see what happens here.
Punting situation. 4th and 5. Last one was blocked. Atherton turned it into a first down.
Watch on the Atherton right side and see what they do.
Whistles blow. We've got a timeout by Atherton. We'll take the break as well. 3-0 Atherton over South Oldham on Glycod.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing. This portion of tonight's game on Glycod is brought to you by Stinnett Plumbing. Reliable, friendly, trusted. Phone 502-690.
4th down, punting situation here as we about get blown out of the
Watch that right side. Looks like they got it this time.
Yeah.
Got that right side. And
Acevedo's going to return it. He fumbled it. He goes back and gets on it at the 20. Now he's trying to spring free, and he really can't get anywhere. Went back to the original line. Boy, special teams have worked out well for Atherton so far.
Thus far, Atherton's winning the special teams game, and that win right there helps out on the kick. That's a field position thing there. So, in the second half, South Oldham's going to get the football. I guess Atherton's going to get the opportunity to decide which way they want to kick. That's one of those things. Like, do you take the win the third quarter, or do you wait for the fourth quarter?
I don't know. Hard to say.
Depends if you have a lead or not and how you're feeling about it.
First down, South Oldham. Power run. Almost popped it in Smythe. He still got 7 or 8 yards, but he was an ankle away from taking that one a long, long way.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be the game plan.
Well, you can't throw now. I mean, the way this wind is going, it better be, from me to you, a foot apart.
Yeah, that seems like, to me, now, I'm not the coach, but to me, that seems like that's been their best game plan right now. Running the ball straight at the Atherton Rebels.
Second and fairly short here, and they hand it off inside. First down, out to the 40, out to the 45. Dragging tacklers as he goes. I think that's Smythe again. Hard to tell. These dark numerals on these dark uniforms, it all kind of washes together.
Very hard to tell, but that's a solid play right there by South Oldham, by Coach Reed. He's got two backs back there. Looks like he may go to a little option or a little cross trap here. Let's see what he does. Cross trap. And there they go again.
Power running again, 6, 7. If you can do that, you don't have to do a lot else,
You don't. And Atherton, on their side of the ball, the coach has to think, well, they're not going to throw it because they got the win. You need to bring 8, 9 guys in the box, play action or not. And Coach Reed's figuring I can't throw it, so I just need to continue what I'm doing. So it's just a game of will here.
Call it 2nd and 5. Hard to tell sometimes where they end up, but here they go. They faked the run, popped it over the middle, and that one's caught, a first down. Nice throw by McGee right there.
Nice play. It's a good throw. It's quick hitter right there. That's a little run pass option right there. When you fake it, and that's quick. You can hit those quick ones. It's the ones downfield with that wind blowing that you have a little trouble with there.
And they've got the receiver kind of limping off. It's Christian Danielson, one of their big play guys. And now he goes down. We'll take a break. 3-0 Atherton. South Oldham on the move here on Glycod.
Kevin Woosley is a lifelong Oldham County resident. He's been a public servant for 30 years and is a former Kentucky State Police 911 administrator. Currently the District 3 Fiscal Court Magistrate, Kevin is a responsive politician. He favors improved broadband internet, more affordable housing, plus new roads and schools to meet the demands of a growing county. Re-elect Kevin Woosley for District 3 Magistrate.
I'm Kevin Woosley, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Kevin Woosley for Magistrate.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For your surprisingly great auto rate, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're tuned in.
Devlin McGee with a nice carry right there, a first down.
Quarterback option. Sit there and ride the back. Rode him. Defense went to him. Then he just pulled it out of there and ran for about 10, 15 yards, 15, maybe 20 yards there. It's a nice
nearly
run.
20 by the time he was done. First down at the 24. The Dragons finally putting it together on this drive.
And Coach Reed sticking to his guns there. A little run pass option for a quick hitter. Now he's getting back to his run game there where he's going to ride that quarterback and use his tailback.
First and 10 at the 24. They hand it off. Not much there that time. Atherton able to converge on the power run and shut it down after a pickup of about 3.
Well, you'll take that. You'll take that every time because they're weighing in and using their strength against that Atherton defensive line. Those big hoggies up there, they're just doing a good job. They're just going to keep weighing on that Atherton defensive line.
Second and about 7, actually, here at the 21. Inside 3 minutes in the half. 3-0 Atherton. McGee's got 4 receivers here, and he throws to one of them, and it's caught across the 20, 15 to 10. Taken down at the 5-yard line. Danielson able to make a play right there.
Nice jailbreak screen right there. So play action. Number 22 Robert Edwards is coming right there after him, trying to make the play. The quarterback throws it right over his head. After he throws it right over his head, next thing you know, jailbreak screen. Going to be first and goal here for the South Oldham Dragons.
First and goal at the 5. Fake to Smythe, and McGee goes straight in.
Nice play there by the quarterback. Rides him, and after that, keeps it himself, touchdown. Looks like we got a ball game here.
So South Oldham on the board. 2:30 to go until halftime as we're getting hit with some sleet. Swinging gate formation. We'll see if they shift and go for the conventional extra point. And they're going for two. Little pop pass. It's open. It's caught.
Nice play right there.
Cleaver catches it.
Yeah, you got plenty of options on that swinging gate there. You got a lot of times where someone doesn't guard the center. Atherton did not guard the center. Snaps it, and they throw it to him right over the top.
But now flags fly, so.
Well, I think the officials are looking at that. Now, if he was the end man on the line of scrimmage, are they going to call that illegal motion? Maybe someone wasn't set. I don't know. But
so scratch the 2-point play, and we'll see if they try it again or just kick.
Yeah, you have to look at that and see what's going on. They came out there real quick with it. Like I said, I thought he was the end man on the line of scrimmage. He may not have been. If he was the end man on the line of scrimmage that was on the line, and then you had a receiver out wide that was off the line, then he would have been the end man on the line of scrimmage and an eligible receiver. But I guess, I don't know. Maybe they weren't set yet. Just maybe they weren't set.
South Oldham's called timeout. They're going to think about it, and their offense really doesn't lend itself to the quick strike, but I don't know if they feel any better about the kicker 5 yards back. You get into these situations sometimes where you think, might as well just take a shot with the offense is send out a kicker in a spot where he's not comfortable. But I think they're going to go with the kicker.
Kicking against the wind, that's a strong win right there. Look at those flags up there on the goalposts.
It's about an extra 5 to 10 yards on the kick, realistically. So this one's an extra point from 25. With a wind in his face, kicks a line drive, which is smart, but it's no good. So it'll stay 6-3, South Oldham, 2:28 until halftime. South Oldham and Atherton here on Glycod.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing. You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
The frozen tundra of South Oldham High School. The Dragons with a 6-3 lead over Atherton late in the first half.
Just got a good win here. Good high school Friday night, cold, second round. That's what it's about, Well,
these Atherton return guys are scooting up. They know this wind is in the kicker's face, so, they get a good chance to return one here. And they kick it away, and you can see the wind just catch it and blow it back. And picked up by Payne, and he didn't go anywhere. That actually worked out really well for South Oldham.
Very fortuitous bounce there for the Ravens.
That's true.
And because usually that ball comes straight back and bounces back, and it bounced right up to him, and that was great coverage there by the South Oldham kick team.
Yeah, if that kicks the way that you're thinking, they might have recovered it, yeah.
Exactly. So that's a good fortune there for Atherton, but it's good coverage there by South Oldham.
We'll see if Atherton can get anything going. You mentioned South Oldham gets the ball out of the locker room, so Atherton, obviously for many reasons, would love to put up some points here.
Right. And you just, do you decide to, being down 3 points, do you decide to kick with the win, or do you decide to kick against the win when you come out in the second half?
That'll be interesting. 1st and 10 for the quarterback, Thompson. 2 receivers each way. And he runs it inside. And nothing doing. Lally, there he is.
Elijah Lally right there, one of the leading tacklers in 5A, making a big play right there. Elijah Lally, he's ranked 17th in 5A. He's got 65 solo tackles. He's had 33 assists. That's 98 tackles right there.
He's over 100 now. I'm sure he's had another one at some point in this half. So.
And 29 of those have been for loss. So
yeah, that's the astonishing part. Well, that's the 30th. So
yeah, he's a ball magnet.
Yeah. A loss of about 4 there, back to the 20. Atherton might just try to get out of the half at this point. We'll see. 3 receivers right for Thompson, and that's the open side here. But they run backside and nothing doing. South Oldham all over it again.
Yeah, it looks like Coach may be trying to just get out of the half.
Malachi Kleber, one of the guys cleaning that one up.
Kleber's been around. He's nice play right there. Just kind of got it on the sweep left there. And Coach Reed going to call a timeout here. That's a very smart play. Going to save himself a little clock here.
Try to get something before the half. We'll take the break. 6-3 South Oldham. They're trying to get the ball back here on Glycod.
Winter is coming. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a rough winter with teeth-chattering cold. Don't be caught unprepared. Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a special $99 HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We are fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
So 3rd and long, and you like South Oldham being aggressive here, trying to get some points on the board.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. You know, your playoff game, get opportunity. Hey, that run game's been working for him.
Thompson goes QB run. Now he stops. Now he goes run again. He's hemmed in. And he is going to be taken down.
Well, the good thing there is that, well, the referees are stopping the clock.
Yeah, this is a timeout. I think they called.
Oh, yeah, they called timeout immediately. I was going to say, if they didn't stop the clock there, it would have been fortunate for Atherton because they didn't throw an incomplete pass. But since the quarterback did get sacked and stay in bounds, Coach Reed calling a timeout there. So I think they have one timeout left. Coach Reed does, so they're going to punt here.
And the way they've gone after the punt so far, you feel like they pin their ears back, particularly with the wind now at the punter's back. He's good. If he gets this one off, it's going to soar. I mean,
it's definitely going to be a heck of a punt if he gets it off. Now, Atherton looked like they made the adjustment last time I watched the punt.
They did. It was clean. That's true.
They made the adjustment over there on the right side. But let's see if Coach Reed's going to dial something up here, if he's going to go back for the return. Looks like he's not putting anybody back.
Nobody back.
No one back, so they're going for it here. They're going for the block, most definitely.
Wow.
And they think they can get that.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
with the wind blowing this hard, this is a little surprising to me that you don't
set up something, a nice return there.
Yeah.
But I guess they don't feel that Atherton
has think they can get it. Here they go. They did not get it. And there's a nice kick out of there. And let's see how far it goes. There it goes 10 yards. There it goes 15 yards. I think it would have kept going, and it will. It'll go down. By the time all is said and done, that young man hits about a 52-yard punt. And I don't get that, Joey. I just don't get it.
Oh, you know, Coach
he's a smart coach. He's won a lot of ball games, but I didn't get that one.
He's got his own ideas. He's got, I guess he felt that they could get to that, and because they had gotten to a few of them earlier.
They got one, and they very nearly got another one.
But like I said, Coach White made the adjustment last time,
right?
And,
and they looked solid again there.
Yeah, they did. They looked solid again. They had a nice snap there, and so. You look up at the flags, the wind, the way it's blowing, it's going to be tough for Coach Reed to pass the ball here in this last 48 seconds. They only have one timeout left, so.
Maybe the thinking, honestly, was if we can get it, great, we go in. If we don't get it, we're not going to have time to do a whole lot anyway with one timeout.
You may be looking at, hey, we're still going to get the ball back here at second half.
Yeah, and that matters too.
So let's go ahead and gamble. Let's go for it. And
First
so
and 10 at the 30. They're going to
gamble
here. That's hanging up. Oh, my goodness. You want to talk about a gamble. There was one. Demetrius Dunlap had to have visions of pick 6 right there.
That ball was held up
still
by
in the air, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
a nice, sharp, crisp pass.
That wasn't a bad throw at all.
It's just the wind. Yeah, the wind's holding it up.
Got it.
Gave the DB an excellent opportunity there to try to pick that ball off because his coverage wasn't that bad. It's just going against this wind right now.
It's formidable. Yeah. Second and 10. Bad snap. Ball's loose again.
There it goes.
And McGee gets on it.
Ooh.
Whew.
Good play there by quarterback McGee to get back on that one.
I'm not going to speak for Coach Reed here, but if I run another play, it might be the old QB kneel down and say, let's get in the locker room, boys.
Yeah, things aren't going well for him right now, and they should hand it off.
Line. 3rd down and a bunch.
Yeah, Atherton's got a little momentum here, even though they're down by 3. Let's see what Coach is going to throw it again. They're going for the screen.
Set up a screen. It's caught. There's some room there. Across the 30, across the 40, across the 45, out to about the 49. 6 seconds on the clock, which now stops.
And I don't know why they stopped the clock. This isn't college football. I don't get that. But
you got to move the sticks.
Stopping the clock. So they're getting it. He throws it down. So it's 3 seconds to go. Smart play there by the quarterback.
Yeah.
Nice screen call right there.
Yeah,
that was a
it
good
worked
call
well
by Coach Reed, because you really can't get the ball downfield, so you might as well set it up. You might as well set something up like that.
So yeah, I'm kind of curious here. I mean, I feel like if you're going to get adventurous, maybe you run a hook and lateral or something like that, rather than any kind of traditional deep ball, because I'm not sure an NFL quarterback could throw it to the end zone from here. I
mean, not with that wind. You can
literally see the wind on the field. If you could throw it 60 yards, it would be blown back about 20.
Yeah.
So if you want to throw 60, you got to throw 80. Is that the math, I guess?
We'll see what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
He's got two backs back here. You got some Atherton defenders that are at least 20, 25 yards deep. So that's going to be a tough one. It looks like he's going to hand off.
Just going to run it.
Just kind of
45,
go what they can
40,
get.
35. Smythe with a nice run, but that's going to take us to the half.
Yeah, that's going to.
And they've got an injured player.
Injured South Oldham player on the field.
They'll figure that out at intermission. At the half, South Oldham 6, Atherton 3. It's been a great district championship so far, and 2 quarters yet to go here on Glycod.
Kevin Woosley is a lifelong Oldham County resident. He's been a public servant for 30 years and is a former Kentucky State Police 911 administrator. Currently the District 3 Fiscal Court Magistrate, Kevin is a responsive politician. He favors improved broadband internet, more affordable housing, plus new roads and schools to meet the demands of a growing county. Re-elect Kevin Woosley for District 3 Magistrate.
I'm Kevin Woosley, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Kevin Woosley for Magistrate.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Robert Lane is not a seasoned politician. He grew up in Oldham County and has been in the trenches alongside first responders for over 20 years. As sheriff, he will provide fresh, community-oriented policing perspectives while maintaining a duty to serve citizens fairly and impartially. Vote for a candidate with a servant's heart. Vote Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff, committed to community.
I'm Robert Lane, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828 Metro Windows.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Metro Windows. Replace your old rotted windows today. Call Kyle at 502-550-1489. That's Metro Windows at 502-550-1489.
halftime here at South Oldham, where we've got students out there. Somebody just won free Zaxby's chicken sandwiches for everybody in the house with a 30-yard field goal. With that wind, you know, we were sitting here talking about it, Colby. I'm like, if you can get some air under it, it's going to work real well for you. And the second kick went through.
Between the wind and this sleet, rain, whatever it might be coming down right now, that turf field's very slick. I've fallen several times out there.
That's the counter, You gotta get a toe hold, but one young man did, booted it through, won some chicken sandwiches. Speaking of winning, who's winning out there in the area and around the state, Colby?
We've got some halftime scores right now. We've got Manual 9, St. X 9, halftime.
Wow.
Trinity 24, Ballard 0 at half. Mel 35, Bullitt East 8 at the half. Bullitt Central 21 over Fairdale 7, 3:46 to go in the second. Central 8 over Franklin County right now, 7 in the second. And Bethlehem 17, Holy Cross 0 into the first.
Well, that's the word here at South Oldham. The weather is absolutely horrible. They've opened up the gymnasium so that fans can go in and get dry. We're trying here. We're under a tent, but I'm not sure there's any tent that would keep us totally dry right now.
No, we're looking at 44. It says it feels like 38 right now with the rain the rest of the evening. So it's cold. It's a frozen tundra, as you mentioned.
It is. I was not just going for the John Facenda tribute, although I was going for that. But we will step aside, take a brief break. We'll be back to recap the first half, get you ready for the second. Believe me, if you're watching at home, you're definitely enjoying better weather than we are here at South Oldham. South Oldham 6, Atherton 3 here on Glycod.
Old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828 Metro Windows.
Crestwood Coin Laundry, Oldham County's leading laundromat for over 25 years. Located at 6520 West Highway 146, Crestwood Coin Laundry offers state-of-the-art facilities in a clean, inviting atmosphere. You can wash and dry clothes yourself, or you can drop off your clothes in the morning and have them back clean, dry, and folded that afternoon. Their extra-large washers are perfect for comforters and large items, and all larger machines accept credit cards. They're open at 8 on weekdays and 7 on weekends for your convenience. Stop in or visit them online, CrestwoodCoinLaundryKY.com.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. We'll take a picture of your shirt. Tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, an inexpensive wood one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Oh, no, don't blow off. Joey Hamilton's trying to keep it together here. Joe Cox and Joey Hamilton here from lovely, sunny, and tropical Crestwood, Kentucky. No, not quite. It's definitely going to be a mutter in the second half. Well, let's update you on the scoring for tonight. Let's recap, rather, how it's gone. And the good news is that's done pretty easily. We've had 2 scoring plays. After a scoreless first quarter, Tyler Gregory, the Atherton kicker, connected on a 24-yard field goal 10 seconds into the second quarter, 11:50 left in quarter number 2, 3-0 Atherton. It stayed that way until South Oldham capitalized on a drive, a 5-yard touchdown run. Devlin McGee, the quarterback, Went straight ahead through the Atherton defense into the end zone, 6-3. They connected on a 2-point play. It was called back for a penalty, and then they had to kick. And with the wind in the kicker's face, the kick was no good, so that left it 6-3, which is where we stand now. The weather certainly impacts a game like this. You would think this would help South Oldham because they're the more ground-bound team, but from what we've seen on any given play, the ball could blow anywhere. Anything can happen. I think it's probably more just of a wild card than anyone's real advantage, Joey.
Well, it really depends on where you have the ball. If you have the ball with the wind, you use the wind properly. You can throw deep passes. You can use it, as Atherton did, to kick an extra point or a field goal. When it's against you like that, your kicking game and your passing game, if you're going to use those things, they're to no advantage right now. As we said, South Oldham has the advantage on the offensive line, so I think it'd be very, as I say, advantageous for Coach Reed to use that right now, and them being the more experienced team. But you would never know that by watching this game right now.
Yeah, it's been pretty interesting. Atherton at a depth disadvantage, at a size disadvantage at some spots, but they've really done a good job taking the game to South Oldham. They've made it certainly competitive through the first half.
Hey, they've shown up to play. Hey, they've shown up to play here. They've come to let you know that, hey, this is no fluke that they won last week, their first playoff game ever. So we're going to find out. We still got another half to go. I believe Coach Reed is in there giving them the business, as they say.
They might not need the heater in there. He might take care of it himself.
I think Coach is giving. That's just my assessment. Like I said, I've coached with him. I think he's giving them the business, and they're going to come out. But on the flip side of that, Coach White called a timeout, and after that timeout, it seems like this Atherton team was a totally different team after that, and they came out and they really asserted themselves and. Other than that drive for a touchdown, they played pretty well. They played really well.
Yeah, it's been certainly competitive, and with the weather being what it is, who knows what the second half will bring. We're going to step aside for another brief break. We will be back with you shortly. Second half coming up. I think it's about 7 minutes away here on Glycod.
Kevin Woosley is a lifelong Oldham County resident. He's been a public servant for 30 years and is a former Kentucky State Police 911 administrator. Currently the District 3 Fiscal Court Magistrate, Kevin is a responsive politician. He favors improved broadband internet, more affordable housing, plus new roads and schools to meet the demands of a growing county. Re-elect Kevin Woosley for District 3 Magistrate.
I'm Kevin Woosley, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Kevin Woosley for Magistrate.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900 or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
Winter is coming. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a rough winter with teeth-chattering cold. Don't be caught unprepared. Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a special $99 HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We are fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Letting my friends online know I was quitting kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it. You can too.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Okay, Joey. So one of the things that I love about working games with you is it gives me a chance to pick your brain a little bit. So here is our question for this particular halftime. What is the worst weather game you have ever been a part of?
High school, college,
you tell
league,
me. I'm just curious. I want your. I mean, you played in some heat too. I know. It might be one of those games for you. Honestly,
no. It was. I'll tell you, it's a mud game. At Ballard High School, because Ballard High School is basically on a pig farm. Now they have
You went there, so you can say that. I couldn't.
They have turf now there. They've got a new turf there and everything, but. At that time, back in the 80s, it was basically on a pig farm out there. You could you could literally smell the mud. And we had a rain game, and it was against Iroquois High School, and we were probably favored, maybe to win by 2 touchdowns, maybe 3. And it was a mud game, and it was just nasty, and it was just back and forth, fumble, turnover, and Iroquois actually took the ball straight downfield on us, and we're going for the go-ahead score there. And the kid, I remember the young man, the quarterback, threw it like a shot put. And as he threw it like a shot put, fortunately I was in that area, and I caught it. And as I caught it, I kind of just nonchalantly went behind my back. And the coach looked at me and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I don't know, Coach." I said, "We've been out here in the mud. I felt like we were just out there playing, out in the yard." It was just one of those games where you're just out there just hitting people and you're just loving it. But it was just terrible. I mean, there was no footing. There was no, we had the ball first and goal on about the 2 and couldn't move. I think they fumbled inside the 5, and we had the ball, and you couldn't move. I mean, you literally couldn't move. And somehow, some way, our kicker, Brent Arnold, number 9, kicked a field goal. And I don't know how he got it up. I don't know how. Holder, Paul McDowell, those guys, Snapper, Terry Gill, those guys, however they did that, in 3 points. And, I was thinking that on the way here, actually, because I was thinking, a lot of these fields now, these turf fields, and some of these kids don't know what a mud game is or a snow game is.
Yeah, sure.
And
the fields are a lot nicer than they used to be.
Yeah. They come out these all turf fields, and I'm like, man, this is great. And the kid's like, oh, I had to play in the rain. I'm like, yeah, but you're clean.
So you remind me of a story. It's not mine, but it's a story that I got from the source, as it were, about another mud game. This is one I remember when this game happened. In 1993, Kentucky went to the Peach Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
And they played a terrible mud game with East Carolina that year, and it was a 6-3 game.
I watched that on TV. And I remember that.
So I was talking about this with Bill Curry, and, I said that was such an ugly, muddy day. And back then, of course, you could still tie in college football.
Correct.
And the way that happened, it was 3-3. And Kentucky got down deep in East Carolina territory, tried a short field goal, and missed it. And, the field was such a mud hole, you couldn't get any footing to kick it.
Right.
And it looked like it was going to be a tie. And then East Carolina fumbled the ball. Kentucky recovered it. And Nicky Nichols was the kicker, and he got another try. And the second time, he made it. And I asked Coach Curry about this, and he said, I think the reason Nicky Nichols made that kick was that Marty Moore walked over to him a minute before and said, if you don't make this kick, I'm going to kill you. And so Nicky Nichols connected, and Kentucky got to the Peach Bowl. So Marty Moore, apparently gave a little assist to the special teams
Marty
right there.
Marty can be a motivator. I know Marty. Marty's a funny guy. He's a great guy. But Marty can be a motivator, so I understand that. Absolutely. Marty was probably, he probably told him, look, if you want to ride home, if you don't want to have to walk back to Lexington here from Atlanta, you better kick that one in. So that's hilarious. That's good stuff, though. That's good stuff. Like I said, it's coming to a point to where, these games, when you watch some of these college and pro games, even some of the high school games, these guys are playing in domes and things of that nature.
Sure.
And you're like, and they say so-and-so's this on the inside, inside the dome, but he's this when he plays outside. You have stats like that. And I'm like, wow, so
different game.
It is a different game.
Level.
I mean, but football's football. It's the 3 essentials. It's tackling, it's blocking, and it's protecting the football. So it doesn't matter. in the mud, doesn't matter if you're out in the sun, doesn't matter if you're indoors, outdoors, whatever. It's those three things. So you gotta handle those three things, and you'll you handle those three things, you'll probably win the ball game. Now,
that's it.
A game like this with this weather out here, anything's possible. Especially with the wind, because I could think about a couple games I played in the wind where the wind plays a factor, and field goals, extra points like that, passes.
Sure.
So it's coaching and playing wise. So it's just one of those things, but it'll be all right. It'll be all right here for South Oldham. I think they are going to they're going to receive the ball here. They've got the win at their back.
Yeah.
I think Coach Reed is going to take advantage of that. I'm not saying that Coach White doesn't have a game plan.
Take the win for the fourth quarter.
Yeah. And so, Coach White is feeling really good then about his defense, about his team. He's saying, hey, we can hold them. And, if they can hold them till the fourth quarter here, they can get the ball back and have the win and possibly kick a field goal, possibly throw a pass, And some of his receivers have been open. They just, they just haven't caught the ball. So we'll see what happens here. I think Coach Reed, Coach Reed gave him that speech. I know Coach Reed gave him that speech, and it's going to be a good second half here.
South Oldham expecting onside. They're creeping guys up, and here's the kick, and it is an onside kick, and South Oldham able to cover it.
That's good field position right there. Good field position right there for South Oldham. At the 50-yard line. It's going to be it's a good thing for Coach Reed there. I know he's excited about that. So, that kind of gives them half the field to go. And Coach White, I think he thought that was his best option, but right now he puts his defense in a little bind there. So we'll see what's going to happen here.
First and 10, South Oldham. They've got the 6'3" edge as they open the second half. Here are the Dragons. Going to throw.
Action.
McGee taking a shot down the field. Overshoots his man Danielson. Incomplete. Hard to break free on a spongy field out there. So.
Well, there's good coverage by Demetrius Dunlap. Demetrius Dunlap, step for step. He's right there. It was open early. And I think the Atherton defense now, they're waiting on play action now. Because, like I said, they took the win, so why not go for it on the first play? And Coach White, Coach Hester, they're over there. They've prepped their Ravens well right now so far.
Second and 10, 47-yard line, opening possession of the second half. They run it inside, out to midfield and just across. Now there's a scrum after the play, and I'd imagine that's one of those you just say, okay, calm down. Everybody.
Good job by the officials there. You don't want to throw a flag on that. No. Tempers are heated a little bit. Everybody's emotional right now. It's high school football. Kids are fired up. Good job by both teams, too, grabbing their players, pushing them out of the scrum.
Yeah.
So that will be it'll be third down here in about 5. That was a nice off-tackle play there by South Oldham.
Big play here. Let's see what South Oldham could do.
Good big play for Atherton to hold here. Be a huge play for, there he is, quarterback again.
Run with McGee. He's not got the first down. I thought he was going to break outside, and
McGee had the first down, and then he stopped. I think Coach Reed's going to go for it again here because then if I were a betting man, I think he'd probably go back with that play again. That's been open every time. That's the play McGee scored the touchdown on.
Yep.
And that's the play that McGee has scored numerous yards on so far this game.
So 4th and 3. If the third down was big, the fourth down truly crucial.
Yeah, McGee had that first down, and he kind of stopped to make a move, and Atherton defense showed a little quicker than anticipated for him. And
4th and 3. They got to make the 43 to keep the drive alive. 6'3" Dragons. McGee keeps it. You called it. He goes down. He got the first down.
There he is.
I think, boy, not as favorable of a spot as I thought. I thought he picked up another yard, but they signal first down.
Signal first down there. McGee just rode the back. And
tempo here from South Oldham.
Yeah. You might as well. You got the first down. It might be a nice time for a play action.
Say Danielson down here at the bottom looks like he's looking for the ball. There it is.
Yeah, a little
quick
hitch
hitter.
catch. Oh, yeah, nice play.
It's the 35. Picks up about 8 yards, maybe 9. There's Christian Danielson.
Yeah, nice play right there. And you got tackle there, but defense, number 14 again. I don't have a name for number 14, but he's been all over the field
Whoever
today.
he is, he's playing a heck of a game.
He's done a good job out there. But yeah, that was a nice quick hitch play right there. And there's the quarterback keeping it again. And
yeah, McGee, I don't think he got to the first down marker. They hemmed him in pretty well, and I think he's a yard shy.
Yeah, they've used that play a lot tonight. Like I said, they've been that's a bread and butter right there. Ride. Quarterback keeps it up the middle. 3rd and short.
Yeah, they only need a yard. The Dragons on this pivotal first possession of the second half.
Oh, they give it to him this time.
Across the 30, across the 20, the 15. Smythe fights his way down to about the 13. Big gain right there.
Nice play by Cal right there. Cal, they give it to him this time. They rode him. This time they give it to him. He goes upfield. Nice gain. Bust out to the right. Stops. Makes a little juke. Gains a few more yards. They're inside the red zone. South Oldham rolling.
Spotted at the 12 after about a 24-yard pickup for Smythe. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers left this time for McGee. Smythe inside the 10, the 5, fights his way into the end zone.
Nice play, Cal.
Flag comes in.
Nice play there by those South Oldham Dragons right there. They're just using their size and their girth right there, pushing the Atherton Rebels to the side there. There's a nice big hole right there for Cal.
I assume this penalty is post-play, but let's check and see.
I think it may be a little play there where guys were pushing and shoving after he's in the end zone, and then looks like that's not a smart play there by Robert Edwards. He is very upset. He must have got held or something, and very emotional. He threw his helmet off the field. Coach is talking to him, trying to explain that to him that it's a critical point in the game. You can't lose your head right here. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. It's probably going to be after the extra point. South Oldham will probably be kicking the ball from about the 45 of Atherton there, so we'll see exactly what this penalty is.
Or 2 penalties, yeah. Let's see.
You hate to see that. You hate to see a young man get upset like that. You don't know what happened, but
no,
they got to learn that. Hey, in the game of football, there's rules too. You got to abide by the rules, and sometimes things don't always go the way you want. And a lot of times on those things, they always catch the second man. The first man may do something, and you don't see that, and then the referee sees the second guy, and maybe that's why the Edwards is so upset. But we just don't need that, Doesn't need to throw his helmet. Someone needs to talk to him.
2 penalties on Atherton there. Unsportsmanlike conduct after a personal foul.
He's going to move it half the distance there, so he'll probably go for 2 here.
Looks like it. McGee.
Or did they not score? Did they not score? Oh,
he
yeah.
Scored.
Okay. I was going to say, I looked at the scoreboard yet. They hadn't put the score up yet. I was like,
I think they were making sure the touchdown stood, but yeah, it does. McGee under center. Turns around, hands it off. Smythe is in. 2 for the Dragons, and it's 14-3 South Oldham. 9 minutes to go in quarter 3 here on Glycod.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. It will take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, an inexpensive wood one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
So South Oldham able to score on the opening possession of the second half, makes it 14-3. And after 2 penalties. They took 1 penalty on the 2-point conversion, and they take 1 on the kickoff. Yeah, elsewise they would have kicked off from the 30-yard line, which
I don't think they'll kick an onside kick here. It'd be smart because
you might as well.
Oh, the ball didn't go 10 yards.
Go 10 yards.
That's the only bad thing about it. An Atherton player doesn't know what to do. Oh, you just got to let that go, son. I don't know if the Atherton player. He did fall on it.
He fell on it.
I was thinking
he might, if they hung back, he might just pick it up and take off. But
that's Jonathan Beanham.
Yeah.
And Jonathan, I guess, a lot of times, kids don't, you don't get to go over that with the
just
players.
Just let that go right there.
Yeah, they don't know.
Yeah.
The kids don't get to go over that with the coaches, or the coaches don't get to go over that with the kids. And, just let that go. If it doesn't go 10 yards, don't worry about it. As soon as they touch it, it's your ball.
Right.
That always reminds me of the Thanksgiving Day play there by the Leonard. Is it
Leon Lett.
Leon Lett. Yeah. That's what it was against
and Don
Miami.
Beebe, you're talking that.
He touched the ball.
I remember him in the Super Bowl too. He had a history of.
Oh yeah. He had a couple of plays, but I think about the Thanksgiving Day where he touched it. And next thing you know, they kick the field goal and lose the game. Oh,
high snap. And they pull it down and try to make something out of nothing, and really did a pretty good job of that. That could have been a disaster. Instead, Jeremiah Payne able to scrape back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Jeremiah gains at least back to the line of scrimmage on that, because the over pursuit by the South Oldham defense, they run back. They think, oh, my gosh, it's a fumble. We're going to get the ball. And running back picks it up, and next thing you know, he at least gets back to the line of scrimmage. So,
yeah.
Seems like the wind looks like it's died down a little bit on the flags there.
Yeah. Hasn't died down up here in terms of the numbness in our bodies.
Come on, man. It's football. Tough it out. Tough it out. Love this, man. This is awesome out here.
Second and 10.
Get you a half shirt.
Ravens, yeah. And it's Payne on the carry across the 40, but not much more.
That was a nice move, nice play, but by the time he got to get anywhere, the South Oldham defense, they came up and just made the play. That was Mr. Elijah making the play there, and a host of other Dragons.
He's all over the place all the time. Third down and 8. And boy, for a game that Atherton hung in a long time, the canoe is getting full of water right here.
Yeah, it's a big momentum play right here. It's not over, but it's big momentum play here. You're down 2 scores. See what they got here. Got the wind at their face. Looks like he's looking out wide to his right towards receiver.
Going to throw.
Hits him on a slant.
Fires.
Got it. Oh, nice play.
Across the 45 down to the 40. Chance Thompson. Big time play.
That's his man right there. You saw him look out there to the right. You saw him. Come on, guys. No pushing. Just get on up out of the pile.
They set those receivers really wide. They set the slant up well. They set everybody out.
He got out there wide and spread the field, and that was good spacing by the wide out and by the slot man. And
now he's hopping off. He might have turned an ankle or something there. Now he goes down even.
It looks like the little extracurriculars out there, where guys are pushing and shoving, and somebody may have fell on him out there, but it was a nice throw, nice catch right there. Thompson, like I say, he's their main go-to guy. They can't lose him.
Let's see if he's all right. 14-3 South Oldham over Atherton in the middle of the third quarter here on Glycod.
Kevin Woosley is a lifelong Oldham County resident. He's been a public servant for 30 years and is a former Kentucky State Police 911 administrator. Currently the District 3 Fiscal Court Magistrate, Kevin is a responsive politician. He favors improved broadband internet, more affordable housing, plus new roads and schools to meet the demands of a growing county. Re-elect Kevin Woosley for District 3 Magistrate.
I'm Kevin Woosley, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Kevin Woosley for Magistrate.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing. You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Thompson helped to the sideline, and
Thompson's one of the top receivers in 5A. You know, he's the second leading receiver in 5A. He's had 8 touchdowns this year, averaging almost 20 yards a catch. That's going to be a hard press for Atherton to replace that.
Yeah. 41 catches, I think. Is that?
Oh, yeah. And his quarterback, Quishan Thompson, he's, you know, one of the top 15 throwers in 5A as well, you know. So they're averaging 132 yards passing a game. They're going to have to find out something or somebody here quick.
1st and 10 at the 43. Bad snap. It's loose on the ground. And South Oldham says they've got it.
And there's the turnover game
they
right there.
do. Yeah, boy.
That's a herder right there. You lose that in the middle of the 3rd quarter.
Elijah Lally.
Mr. Lally.
Johnny on the spot.
Everywhere.
Elijah on the spot, maybe.
Ball magnet. Kid is a ball magnet. You love to have a kid like that on your team, you know, playing with him, coaching him all over the field. Mr. Everything right now for South on the defense with the host of the other defenders out there.
Let's see
what Mr. McGee can do here.
Yeah, the Dragons really have a chance to open it up here. Up 14-3, middle of the 3rd quarter.
I'm thinking they're going to, looks like they're probably going to run it. They're probably going to run it here.
Timeout Atherton. Coach White sees something he doesn't like. We'll take the break as well. 14-3. South Oldham, 7:05 to go, 3rd quarter here on Glycod.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
South Oldham on the attack, 14-3 advantage, and the ball and the wind.
It's almost like one of those basketball momentum timeouts there. You know, Coach White saw this team lost the ball. He's like, I'm going to call timeout right now. I'm going to try to stop this momentum, because if he can't stop them right now, if South scores here, it could be a snowball effect. They could be rolling. So we'll see. Last time he called timeout in the 1st quarter, there was a big effect. Let's see if this happens again. Little jet sweep.
46, Jack McCubbin on the edge, and covered well initially, but then he pops free, and now he gains about 3 or 4, and a flag comes in.
Yeah, McCubbin ran 30 to gain 3. So you jet sweep there, cut left, cut back to the right, another cut back to the right. Like I said, he gained 4, ran 40 to gain 4, but I don't know if we have a hole here.
Anyway, yeah, when you keep popping it out on the edge, you run a risk of encouraging someone to
that's what you get. You get a lot of times, and cuts back like that against the grain when the lineman doesn't expect it. All of a sudden, somebody's coming. It's like those linemen start holding on for dear life. Don't want to get yelled at in the film room, but then you get the penalty, you get yelled at anyway.
Was that a chop block or a hold? I did
not see.
I think it may have been a chop block, because we're back to the 35. I just missed the indication.
Yeah, the referee, it was quick. He just kind of threw it out there real quick, but it looks like they got 9 in the box.
And a flag, so.
It looks like some procedure or legal motion there against South Oldham. Somebody jumped out too quick.
It was 1st and 21, and now it's going to be 1st and 26 after that one. Boy, you talk about momentum. Yeah, maybe Coach White was on to something.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say, the same thing. I was like, maybe that timeout there just kind of stifled or did something there, and next thing you know, it's 1st and 25. Is that what we're looking at?
I think 26, yeah. It's at the 30. They've got to make the 44, so, yeah.
Coach figures he can hold on here and make a big play. And they say, if anything, get a field goal, maybe get a touchdown, be right back in it with the wind at their back the 4th quarter. A little sweep to the right.
They're going to run on the edge, and they've got some yardage across the 35.
Nice
Hard
play.
hit right there up near the 40.
Nice play.
Jack McCubbin, and
that's a nice football play by both players right there.
Just a physical run and a physical tackle.
Yeah, that's the way the game's meant to be played. Put your shoulder down as a defender. Put your shoulder down as a defender. Put your shoulder down, wrap up, put your shoulder down, protect yourself as a running back. good physical play. You hear the little pop right there and keep moving.
Pickup of 11, so 2nd and 15 now. Ball at the 41. McCubbin able to pick up some yardage out on the periphery. 2nd down play, they're going to throw. Ball is caught by McCubbin. 45, 50, 45, 40, 35. Run out of bounds. McCubbin doing it with the run and then with the pass.
It's an excellent call by Coach Reed. The defense of Atherton was overloaded on the left. They had like 5 players over there to South Oldham's like 3. And next thing you know, there's nobody on the left side, and McCubbin just runs a little flat pattern, hit him, and he's just running. He's running for days.
25-yard pickup, 1st down. Dragons at the Atherton 34.
Yeah, you could see that it's just extra players last time on the left side there for Atherton, and there was nobody there. Nobody there on the left side. I guess that would be South Oldham's left side. Nobody's on that side, so. Just throw and catch and 1st down, cross trap.
Run it inside with Smythe across the 30, puts his head down, and he goes across the 25. They're going to mark him back at the 26, but, you got to like some good physical run play right here.
That's a nice block there by the big man inside.
Got a player down, it looks like.
It does. It looks like when they were pulling him, he might have a cramp there. I think he's some people wonder, so how do you get a cramp out here in this cold? I said, when these kids start running.
Yeah.
You're just
might be easier even, really. I mean, yeah, it's a possibility. Well, in any case, I'm afraid that's Smythe, but somebody down. We're going to step aside, take a brief break. 14-3 South Oldham here on Glycod.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod. You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Smythe was the injured player. He's helped to the sideline, walks off under his own power.
Got some great blocking out there by J.T. Sell, and that's Grayson Bashir. Those 2 big guys are out there just blowing holes up for Smythe right there. That's why he gained so many yards. I don't know. Why'd they pull it back there? It must have been a penalty there.
Yeah.
Holding. Was that a holding? I must have missed it watching the young man come off the field there. But
yeah. Run it inside, and not much there at all. And then a late flag comes in. Smythe, of course, is out of the game, so that was Jeffrey Burton on the carry.
We got an injured Raven on the field. Looks like maybe be number 22. No, not number 22. Who is that? That is number 14. And now he's up and ready to go, and they've told him he has to come out, but he looks like he got pushed right into the pile. Got held right into the pile, and
penalty on South Oldham here.
Yeah, he's going to have to come out of the game for a play. He seems to be fired up.
They're going to have to kind of drag him off.
Yeah. You got to come off for a play, young man. Yep, get hurt, got to come off for a play, but that's going to move it back some more.
Yeah, I'm looking at the chains, and the chains indicate over there it's about a 1st and 8, and that doesn't make any sense. So I don't know how they got off kilter, but somebody did somewhere.
We got the pole there. We got a pole view. Got to move that pole.
The ball is back at the 48. The 1st down marker is down at the 24. So call it 1st and 24 here after the penalty.
Little doubles out here. Double slap both sides. It looks like timeout Atherton.
Timeout. Coach White calls another timeout, and we'll take the break as well. 14-3, South Oldham over Atherton. You're on Glycod.
Kevin Woosley is a lifelong Oldham County resident. He's been a public servant for 30 years and is a former Kentucky State Police 911 administrator. Currently the District 3 Fiscal Court Magistrate, Kevin is a responsive politician. He favors improved broadband internet, more affordable housing, plus new roads and schools to meet the demands of a growing county. Re-elect Kevin Woosley for District 3 Magistrate.
I'm Kevin Woosley, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Kevin Woosley for Magistrate.
Back here at South Oldham High School, 14-3. A lot of timeouts here in the third quarter.
I think Jack McCubbin's back there is taking over. He's one of the top leading scorers in the state there. He's not rushed for much, but he's got some touchdowns there.
Yeah, he's a nice change of pace back. Smythe back in here, so
there's Smythe.
Whatever got him out, maybe it was just a leg cramp. It didn't keep him out long.
Not at all. No, like I said, they went to a double slot here, and I think Coach White didn't exactly know what to do. Looks like they're the 4-2-5 play action.
Now they come, they hit him, they sack him.
That's number 82 there. Nice play there by a young man.
Atherton certainly bringing the heat on that side of the football.
It's a good play by number 82 right there. Good pressure. It seems like every time Coach White calls a timeout, they come back with the right play.
That's true. If you gave him enough timeouts, you know.
It's one of those things. You're right, you know.
Second and 29 here. South Oldham had all the momentum, and it's just seesawing right now.
Atherton bringing pressure. Bringing one
linebacker.
Oh, nice play by the linebacker. That's a nice play right there.
That's 82 again.
Yeah, that was nice pressure right there by the linebacker. He came through. They brought one, and he worked his way through and just made the play there on the quarterback. You could see it coming.
That one will rattle your teeth.
Oh, yeah. Just use the shoulder there. You know, and that's a positive and a negative. You know, it's a positive that he makes a great hit there, but, you know, as a defense coach, you're like, wrap up. But when he goes down, you kind of take it, but you still want him to say, wrap up. Good play there. Good play by the linebacker.
Third and 35.
Looks like Robert Edwards, number 22, coming out of the game here, bringing in a fresh body.
Don't have a lot in the playbook for third and 35. And they will go run. And
so
they'll get some yardage. And they'll get a bunch of yardage. And they're going to get the first down. Maybe it's close. Smythe, he went down. He's going to be just short.
Coach
so
Reed,
on third and 35, they picked up about 33, 34.
Hey, Coach Reed had a play that gives you 34. It didn't give you 30. It didn't give you 35, but he gave you 33.
That's it.
It's just a little handoff. That's just a little simple handoff. And like I said, you have the big boys up front, Self, Brashear, Wills, and those guys making holes. And next thing you know, Cal just does what he does best. You know, that's why he's one of the top leading rushers in 5A in the state.
So third and 35 becomes 4th and 1. Ball at the 25.
I'm thinking the quarterback's going to keep this one.
And whistles blow, and we have a timeout by South Oldham. It's still 14-3. It's still the third quarter. We're still here on Glycod.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing. This portion of tonight's game on Glycod is brought to you by Stinnett Plumbing. Reliable, friendly, trusted. Phone 502-690-3070 or go online to StinnettPlumbing.com.
Fourth and 1.
Oh!
A flinch up front, and there comes the flag. Looks like they drew Atherton across.
Got him on the okie doke. That's what we used to always call it, the okie doke. Let's get him on the okie doke, guys, and get up there and give him the hard count. And but on the defensive side, you sit there and you look at your guys and say, if we give up the first down, that's okay, but just don't jump. Don't move till you see the ball. And, quarterback got up there, got under center. Devin McGee which he hadn't been under center all game. That's the one time he's been under center, and he gets up there and gives him the hard count. Easy first down. That's going to be a backbreaker, I believe.
Two backs behind McGee. They give it to McCubbin, and he doesn't get much. Short yardage.
Good
now,
tackle. Good
meanwhile,
tackle
we learned during the timeout, Mr. Smythe, Kyle Smythe, topped 1,000 yards rushing for the season. Always an impressive accomplishment.
It's a good job there by a young man, South Oldham, making big holes for him. Anytime you get 1,000 yards, that's an impressive accomplishment.
It is, and it's a team accomplishment, and I think he would probably be one of the first to tell you, you don't do it without those big guys clearing the lanes in front of you.
You definitely can't. I got 998, but
oh man!
But we had two other backs. We had over 700 yards apiece to sell, so we had a dynamic running game.
2nd and 10. Smythe, no, it's an end around. And can he get outside? He's trying to. Danielson fighting for the corner, gets the corner, goes down inside the 5. What an electric run by Danielson.
Hey, and go there, the toss sweep, fake it, reverse left. Danielson, he had number 14 right there on. Danielson makes the sidestep, gives him the electric slide there, slides left. Next thing you know, he gets the first down. He's inside the 5-yard line. Nice call there by Coach Reed. It's a good job by Atherton. They were right there making it. Then it turned into a one-on-one backyard playground move or backyard football where.
Yep. He had it. First and goal for Smythe. Straight ahead, touchdown.
Hard to stop that. Got Wells, got Simpson, you got Self, you got Bashir. You got guys like that up there. It's hard to stop. Hard to stop for Atherton. They're not going to be able to stop that. Smythe walks into the end zone. That's gonna put a big hurt right there in Atherton right now. They're gonna long way to come back.
Swinging gate. We'll see if they kick it or if they snap it.
As you see the center,
McGee,
I was going to say, as you see the center,
and it's incomplete.
The center there, I don't know why they must have moved because the center was eligible again. The center's on the end line of scrimmage, and the right side receiver is off the line. So,
ton of flags. It's definitely gotten chippy. 20-3, South Oldham. We will step aside. You are watching South Oldham Dragon football here on Glycod.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing. You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
(20-3) Dragons as they open it up here late in the third quarter.
Everybody's getting a little testy out there. You don't want that, though, as you're South Oldham. You're going to tell you guys, look, throw your hands up, just back up no matter what they do because you quite possibly have a game next week. You have a game next week. You can't afford to be missing anyone with some of the opponents coming up. You don't want to miss anyone.
You can't really project ahead because everybody's contingent on everybody else. But the most likely scenario I know coming in was that they were looking at South Warren or Owensboro coming up. And South Warren, one of the top teams in the state, Division I quarterback, and then Owensboro won 5A last year. So, the next one is going to be a heavy one if there is a next one. We're not done here, but –
you just don't want to be missing anybody. You want to be firing on all cylinders.
Absolutely.
Let's see if South onside kicks it.
Onside kick, there it is. It rolls, and it's fallen on by Atherton back at about the 28th. That's kind of the in-betweener. He hit it a little too hard.
15-yard onside kick, and that's a good call by the ref because the Atherton player had the ball. He was down. In high school you're down. There's no getting up, and looks like one of the South Oldham players went over there and just dove on him and hit him. Man, they get it. Just let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go. Some of the South Oldham players are talking to the young man. They're like, "Hey, just let it go. Just come on. Just let it go."
Yeah.
So, and you got to realize, hey, he's got the ball. Just don't do anything. Don't touch him.
So Atherton, you mentioned this briefly in the pregame. For years they were the Rebels. They're not the Rebels anymore. They are the Ravens, and they've made that change this season. It's one of the more quiet changes of that nature in this day where everything becomes controversial. I don't remember hearing a whole lot about it. It just happened, and they were the Ravens, and they've gone with that. And it's a funny thing. After all the years of mediocrity as the Rebels, they go to the Ravens, and they had a good season. And nothing like winning to help people get on board with a new tradition. Huh?
Exactly. Well, that's what I talked to Coach about. I said, you've got some new traditions here. I said, you got a new name. I said, you won your first playoff game. I said, looks like you're on full board. I said, next thing you know, I said, you're going to have kids walking down the hallway, wanting to play football.
Oh, sure.
All the time. And Atherton's an excellent school. It's a good academic school. So, to get the athletes in there, get some athletes in there, get a winning football tradition, that's real big for that principal over there.
1st and 10 at the 14. 3 receivers to the quarterback's left, the open side of the field. Thompson, the quarterback, he looks to throw. Slings right, and it's tipped. One of the linemen up front able to get a paw on it, knock it down, incomplete.
Johnson gets a big paw in the air.
It's Johnson right there. Johnson, when he puts his hands up in the air, knocks that down. That was like a little hitch pattern to the right.
It looked like it was open, yeah.
It was wide open.
It's a big play. You prevent at least a 6 or 7 yard gain.
Oh, yeah, easily. He's going to catch it at 6 yards.
Yeah.
Going to make that. And then, who knows if he breaks one tackle or goes the distance, and Johnson just knocks it down. Reminds me of a play like J.J. Watt or somebody there. Just knocking it, just putting those big paws up in the air, just knock it down.
2nd and 10 now. Atherton deep in their own territory. Late in the third quarter, low snap, but Thompson's got it. Picks it up, tries to pick his way running. He just can't shake free.
It looks like the South Oldham defensive line is starting to take all the momentum or take all the gusto out of the Atherton guys, because I'm looking at 71. I'm looking at a couple of those other guys for Atherton. They're going both ways.
Yeah.
And South doesn't really have very many players, if any, going both ways on the line. So it looks like it's taking its toll, and that was the thing. That was one of the keys to the game. Can those two-way players take on those one-way players? And in a game like this where it's been a lot of run, lean on your run.
Wears you down, sure.
Wears them down, most definitely.
Kleber on the stop. Another tackle for loss for him. 3rd and long for the Ravens.
See if they're going to find Mr. Thompson right here. He's their go-to guy.
Sean Thompson, the quarterback, drops to throw.
Looks for him.
Fires, incomplete. Couldn't hook it up with Chance Thompson.
Thompson was open. Quarterback threw off his back foot right there. And
sailed on him a little,
yeah. You got to step forward and make that throw, but he's had a little pressure on him, so I can easily understand that. But it's 4th down. You got to I don't really agree. Going forward here, you ought to punt it, but because if you don't get it here, it's gonna just open it all up. There you go.
And they look to the sideline and they'll call a timeout.
Well, if anything, just let the clock run.
Yeah.
Don't use your timeout, but.
Well, they're going to talk it over. We'll take the break as well. 23 South Oldham. That's 22-3 South Oldham. Late in the third here on Glycod.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For your surprisingly great auto rate, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
So Atherton thinks the better of it and elects to punt the football.
I totally agree with that decision. You've got to punt the ball. You just can't give Jamie Reed another opportunity inside the red zone like that.
No.
And if anything, who knows, maybe your defense can, get an interception, get a fumble, get something, get a turnover here.
Short punt into that wind, and it's down at the 36-yard line. So South Oldham will take over there, leading 20-3. Final minute of quarter number 3.
Big series right here for the Atherton Ravens. they can hold here for about 50 seconds and turn the field. I think Coach Reed got exactly what he wanted when he got the win. Took the momentum, scored again. And it's going to be hard for Atherton to put some points up. But, when you have that win at your back, you can throw it a little farther. And like I said, his guys, they've run past some of the South Oldham defenders. They just haven't hooked up.
Yep.
They've even been open on those slants. He just missed his favorite receiver, number 5 there. So we'll see what's going to happen here.
First and 10 Dragons at the 36. They give it to Burton on the backside, and he picks up 3 or 4.
Burton's going to try on the left side. He's going to get a nice little chunk.
It's like Coach Reed's gonna seal it down here and go to the run game. Try to get that clock running again. That's the second time I've seen the quarterback under the center tonight. Just hand off left side off tackle, gain a couple yards and keep that clock rolling. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
2nd and 7, ball at the 33. McGee leaves it to the deep back and short yardage. He fights his way forward across the 30-yard line. So a nice run there.
Yeah, a little veer, inside veer, just hand off, get the clock running. Probably going to let it run down here in the quarter. And coach, that's a smart play. It's playoff football. You no matter who you're playing, you're up 20-3.
Yep.
You're going to just try to get that clock running.
That's it. They'll run it from here. We'll take it to the 4th quarter. South Oldham a quarter away from moving on to the quarterfinals. 20-3 lead over Atherton on Glycod.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
The 4th quarter, which will open with South Oldham 3rd and about 3 at the 29-yard line.
South Oldham averaging over 34 points a game. They're a little shy, but I'm sure they don't mind as long as they're up by 2 touchdowns here.
Yeah,
and then some.
They could still get there,
And Atherton averages over 24, 25 points a game, so they're a little far off their average.
It's a bright future for Coach White's program. It's kind of a breakthrough season for them, and it's not hard to see how it will continue to uptick from here.
Most definitely.
The South Oldham 3rd and 3. McGee under center. Gives to his fullback, 25, 20, 15. Burton down to about the 10-yard line. Nice run right there, Jeffrey Burton.
So power right there. Just you got the back coming through blocking. You got a wing back blocking. You got your left tackle over there. It's almost like a 5-on-2 situation. I mean, there's just nobody over there to make a tackle. And, it's just an overload. That's all it is, just a simple overload. And that's what Coach Reed, he's good at those matchups and overloads and showing why he's one of the best in the state there. They just pick up a first down again. Now they're inside the red zone again.
Got a Atherton player being helped to the sideline, jogging off now. So, like you say, you can get a cramp on a cold night just like a warm one.
I think some of those kids out there probably never played this late in the season. So there's
true.
They probably have not played in cold weather like this. So
first and goal at the 10. McGee up under center again, and now he fades and throws to the end zone. One-on-one. Wow. It's a touchdown.
That's a nice catch. That was a big-time catch right there. Gosh, Lee, he went up and just got it. He just went up and just got the ball.
That is a big-time play out there for South Oldham. What a grab.
Yeah, the ball's thrown up, and there was 2 guys there, and one guy just went up and just took it. He said, this is my ball. I'm getting it. I'm the man right there. That was a nice play. It looks like Andrew Farr, number 25, he just went up and just took it. Just, the defender was right there in the right spot. Next thing you know, he just went up and got it. And I hope I'm right on that number. It's just hard to see those numbers.
They go for 2. They run it. And no good.
Oh, swinging gate.
Well, it's 26-3 South Oldham, 11:48 to play. We'll take the break here on Glycod.
Kevin Woosley is a lifelong Oldham County resident. He's been a public servant for 30 years and is a former Kentucky State Police 911 administrator. Currently the District 3 Fiscal Court Magistrate, Kevin is a responsive politician. He favors improved broadband internet, more affordable housing, plus new roads and schools to meet the demands of a growing county. Re-elect Kevin Woosley for District 3 Magistrate.
I'm Kevin Woosley, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Kevin Woosley for Magistrate.
Colby, what's going on scoreboard-wise out there?
We've got some final scores. I just saw that St. X final score 18 over Manual 16. Very, very close game there. Trinity 40, Ballard 0. That's a final. Mel 56, Bullitt East 8. That's a final. Bullitt Central 35, Fairdale 7 with 3:58 to play in the third. Franklin County and Central very close. It's 8-7. Central's up 5 minutes in the third. And we've got Bethlehem 37, Holy Cross 0, and Kentucky Christian Day 7, Frankfurt 0 in the third.
Looks like that Fairdale game, Fairdale's struggling to put points up tonight. Ballard looked like they're struggling to put points up tonight. St. X, what a barn burner. Burner with Manual. That's a tough game right there. And the Central game. First time those two teams played, it looked like Franklin kind of put it to Central, and Central's come back this time. So KCD looks like they're on their way. And, I want to make a quick correction myself there. I think that was Connor Hayden on that touchdown. I was looking at those numbers. Like I said, it's hard to see those dark numbers sometime when they're over in the corner.
Yeah.
But Connor, that was a big-time catch right there, Connor. Big-time play, son. Big-time play. He just went up and that's my ball. Just took it.
Yeah, he and Danielson, both excellent receivers. If South Oldham needs to throw, they've got 2 outstanding targets.
Yeah, we got 2 guys right there, and like I said, they can put it up. I think they just don't choose to put it up as much, and they seem to be a little more effective when they do it off the play action. It's being a lot more effective like that. So that's a great catch right there. McGee's shown leadership all year, making some nice passes to his guys there. They're all, like I said, their offense averages 34 a game. They're at 25 right now. So, see how this works out.
Yeah, we've got an injured player down in the end zone, which is why we're waiting here.
Yeah. South Oldham defense giving up 13 a game. Looks like they're ahead of schedule there by 10 points. So, in Atherton giving up 20 a game, and, they're behind schedule there by 6. So, like I said, but both teams had very, very successful years. This is basically what you call your district championships. These games, second round, they're your district titles. And, when people talk about those things, and I say, well, no, they play the regular season for seeding. It's, even though you might finish first in the seeding, that doesn't mean you won the district title. You win the district title when you win this second game.
Yeah.
Second game in the second round of the playoffs. That's your district championship right there. So.
Yep.
Fortunately, guys, it looks like we may be a while in this injury. From what I saw, it looks like he got rolled up, which is never a good situation. He was kind of on the backside there. And as you can tell, we're seeing quite a few people out there looking at it. Joe, whatever you want to do here, we'll keep rolling or go forward.
Well, why don't we take a break? Since we're watching Atherton deal with this injured player, we'll step aside. It's 26-3, South Oldham over Atherton. 11:48 to go in the ball game here on Glycod.
Winter is coming. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a rough winter with teeth-chattering cold. Don't be caught unprepared. Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a special $99 HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We are fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Set to kick off.
And we're back. South Oldham ready to kick off now. Injured player helped to the sideline. Took a long time, but he was up on his own power, so hopefully he's all right.
It looks like he's all right. Just while we were walking, just got a couple people. May have just hit his head on the turf, and, it's always precautionary measures there.
High short kick, and this one is loose, and South Oldham got it. We've been saying all night Atherton have been flirting with danger, not fielding these balls, and this time it comes to fruition for South Oldham.
That's the pooch kick there. And if you teach your players there, you talk to them about it, say, hey, you can throw your hand up, get a fair catch.
Yep.
But most of the time, during the season, those up guys never really get opportunity to get the ball. It usually always goes to the back. It only comes in like on a line drive or say like a ground ball type of situation, and or squid kick, and
But it's a live ball. You got to go cover it.
You've got to get it. And this is not farewell for the Atherton Rebels. I'm sorry,
Ravens.
Atherton Ravens. This is not fair for the Atherton Ravens. South Oldham kind of in the catbird seat right here with the ball and 11:47 on the Atherton side of the 50.
Full house backfield, and they run it inside. I think that was McCubbin. It was. Picked his way 3, maybe 4.
And this looks like Coach Reed is just going to put his big guys up there and just kind of take his time each play and kind of run and that's playoff football. It's survive in advance.
That's where I was gonna go. I was gonna say, with the way they play, boy, even with a South Warren, even with an Owensboro, if they could get a lead, the way they run the ball downhill, this would be a very, very dangerous South Oldham team. We'll have to see what happens.
Very dangerous team. Like I said, Coach runs the ball there and
flags fly, everybody jumps.
Gets the clock going. They're hard pressed to stop him. Like I said, Coach has got several options. Runs that midline, runs the power, runs a veer. He's got some play action there.
Yeah, I mean they can hit you on the outside if you sneak up too close.
Got a nice little reverse there.
Yeah, I like that.
Got some other things going. Looks like they're going to keep the clock rolling on that. But
yeah, after the false start penalty, 2nd and 12. Back at the 37. Everybody to the right here. Nobody left in this formation. So they run left. And Burton got a yard, but not much more. Nice play right there by the Atherton defense. They just were not going to let him get away.
That's a nice play by Jeremiah Parker right there, number 4. Making a nice play and stopping number 4. Jeremiah Burton, 4 and 4 there. Just made a good play there.
3rd and 11. See if Coach Reed opens it up a little. Or, at this spot in the field, obviously a 4-down territory.
Coach is not trying to get a delay of game here. He wants to keep it in range where he can go 2 plays here. So
they'll call timeout. 10:16 to go. 26-3 South Oldham. You're on Glycod.
Kevin Woosley is a lifelong Oldham County resident. He's been a public servant for 30 years and is a former Kentucky State Police 911 administrator. Currently the District 3 Fiscal Court Magistrate, Kevin is a responsive politician. He favors improved broadband internet, more affordable housing, plus new roads and schools to meet the demands of a growing county. Re-elect Kevin Woosley for District 3 Magistrate.
I'm Kevin Woosley, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Kevin Woosley for Magistrate.
Unless we miscounted, we're out of timeouts.
Yeah, both teams used up both their timeouts, which both coaches they're coaching their butt off.
Oh yeah, a lot of strategy.
And Coach White there, he's coaching up, trying to show his kids, this is what happens, this is how it works, this is how it goes. And on the other end, you got Coach Reed there. He's trying to keep everything.
McCubbin shows pass. Now he tries to go back. Now he does. Now he works back right. Flags, and more flags. It was a nice run of about 10, but I don't think any of it's going to stick.
As I said, Coach Reed, he's coaching his butt off too. Looks like he's putting some things on film there for his opponent. He's showing the swinging gait. He's onside kick the ball. He's showing a little reverse, showing a little halfback pass. And then, you put all those things on the map there, at this stage of the year. So you want guys to have to scout you and look at things and look at all kinds of options that you could do. Because if they don't and you use them, they're probably going to go for a big yardage. So, but on a play like that, when you don't throw it, and as we talked about earlier, when you do the cutback and your linemen are like, oh, no, here he comes, you usually get a hold. And it looks like that's what we got, a hold. To make it 3rd and forever.
Yes, it will. First down is at the 25, so it's a 3rd and 29. Well, they almost converted a 3rd and 35. They got 34 and then converted on the next play. So now 3rd and 29. I guess we see what his 28-yard play is here. Is that the
that's
protocol?
That's what you'd like to have, maybe a little more. They'll probably show a little draw to Smythe again, and why not? Why not keep the clock running, keep it going, But you may, you're in double slot. We'll see. You'll see.
And it's Burton on the carry across midfield. 45, 40, 35, 30. They didn't quite get 29, but they got about 25.
And I said Smythe. Let's say Burton. I apologize.
I think they've pulled Smythe to keep him healthy and ready to roll next week.
Right.
Yeah.
And Burton gets in there. That's a nice run by Burton. They did a little draw again, a little halfback draw. Next thing you know, he gains a bunch of yards on that, and then they spread the defense out. Draw right up the middle. It's going to be 4th and 4.
4 down territory for certain.
Quarterback comes out. Trying to take off as much time with the 25-second clock as they can.
4th and 4, 30-yard line. Flinch up front, and they might have just given him a first down.
Yeah, gave him the hard call, hard snap count again, and number 71, a little disappointed at himself right there. That's Josh Logan. He's a junior. Yeah, just didn't watch the ball. Got a little excited there. That's going to give South Oldham a first down. Keep that clock running, and South Oldham just kind of slowly but surely just marching their way down the field. Atherton, they brought a really nice crowd over here. Some of them have gone to the cars to warm up a little bit, but right before halftime, you can see they had a really, really nice crowd over there.
Mm-hmm. First down to 25, South Oldham. A little quick hitter. It's caught. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Dragons. And there is McGee to Connor Hayden again.
Hayden on a little quick screen right there. He just takes 2 steps back, has some wideouts out there blocking for him. He cuts inside and just makes a play. Connor Hayden showing his speed right there, sophomore. Good job. Or is he? Yes, sir. He's Connor Hayden. He's a senior. I apologize.
Extra point try.
It's going to be his last home playoff game here.
Well, we've been talking about that, and I think that's not necessarily true. I'll share my findings in a minute. Extra point is away, and it is good for the kicker, Ben Durham. 33-3. 8:10 to go. South Oldham over Atherton here on Glycod.
Crestwood Coin Laundry, Oldham County's leading laundromat for over 25 years. Located at 6520 West Highway 146, Crestwood Coin Laundry offers state-of-the-art facilities in a clean, inviting atmosphere. You can wash and dry clothes yourself, or you can drop off your clothes in the morning and have them back clean, dry, and folded that afternoon. Their extra-large washers are perfect for comforters and large items, and all larger machines accept credit cards. They're open at 8 on weekdays and 7 on weekends for your convenience. Stop in or visit them online. CrestwoodCoinLaundryKY.com.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
And the rain comes down again, 33-3, 8:10 to play. Get ready to kick it off, and this time it's a boomer. It's going to hit down inside the 20, skates down the 15, and then Atherton just has to fall on it right there. They'll take over deep in their own end. A flag comes in, looked like a late hit there by an Atherton player. So
I don't know if it's a late hit or not, but
might have seen the second guy.
Yeah, well, what the call is on that, I don't think it was a late hit, but it's a hit where they're just not part of the play.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're not part of the play and you make a hit like that, they're going to throw the flag because they're like the ball's back at the 20-yard line and you're up at the 35-yard line, just close to the 40, just basically hitting a defenseless player.
So we were talking about this. Everybody keeps saying it's the last home game for South Oldham. Not necessarily. The winner of Owensboro and Graves County will be the top RPI seed of the remaining 4 teams.
Correct.
The winner of the Bullitt Central Fairdale game will be the bottom team of the 4. So that Bullitt Central will go to the winner of Graves County and Owensboro. South Oldham has got this one pretty well in hand, 33-3. South Warren is above them. If South Warren beats Bowling Green tonight, then South Oldham will go to South Warren. But if Bowling Green upsets South Warren, which it's a good game, puncher's chance, Bowling Green's RPI below South Oldham. Bowling Green would come here next week.
Okay, there's an opportunity then because the RPI. I'm looking at it right now. That RPI, they're down by what 2 points.
Mm-hmm. They run it inside and just nothing doing right there. That South Oldham defensive front has been tough all night. Lally in there.
There's Mr. Lally, Mr. Magnet. He's a ball magnet. Wherever that ball's at, he goes and makes a play. That's another tackle.
Well over 100 at this point for the season. That's at least 31 tackles for loss.
Definitely a first-team all-district player, and probably going to be a first or second-team all-stater.
Yeah, those kind of numbers speak for themselves, really. And Atherton moving backwards here.
He'll definitely be playing someone's all-star game coming up here in about a month or so.
Back at their own 5. Thompson to throw. Fires. Incomplete. Could have been intercepted. Flag comes in. Maybe they say he got there a little early on that one.
Hey, do a hit on a defenseless player. That's what we're talking about, that defenseless player thing. You come in and drop that shoulder and hit a player, and he doesn't have an opportunity to get the ball, or he's not going to hit the ball. There's no use in hitting. They're just trying to protect the kids right now. Like I said, same situation when the Atherton player hit the Oldham County player or the South Oldham player. It's a defenseless player. There's no need to make that hit. It's not part of the game. The ball was gone. Young man just still went in there, got a little shot in there, so.
Personal foul call against the South Oldham Dragons.
Yeah, they're going to call a personal foul on that. Like I said, it's ball's gone. As a defensive player now, these defensive players, I applaud them because sometimes, it's like, how do you stop and not make that hit? And most of the time they don't. So, it's just a learned thing. It's part of the game. It's what you have to learn now if you want to be a defensive player, especially when those quarterbacks slide.
First down out to the 20. Atherton run it outside with their power back Payne, and he's just not finding much room of any kind over there.
No, not much room here for Payne. Payne trying to find room on the left-hand side. South Oldham D right there to make a play. Coach Lightfoot's got his guys in the right place at the right time.
Second down and long. So if we've got any South Oldham fans who are wondering, did a little research. South Warren 14, Bowling Green 3 in the third quarter. So, within the realm of possibility, but still, you're about to become a big Purples fan for the next quarter and a half, I guess. You'd rather play at home. I mean, they're both excellent programs.
Yeah, you would rather play at home, but at this point in the year, you're like, I just want to be playing.
That's true.
Like, I don't care about all that. I just want to be playing.
Go where you got to go. Second and 11 here Out at the 19.
Go do the best to be the best.
Thompson going to throw. Takes a deep shot. Got a man out there, but the two defensive backs are out there too. Well, they've done a good job on Chance Thompson downfield.
That's great coverage right there. Step for step with them. Thompson had a little acceleration right there, but the DB accelerated with him right there. Step for step, just knocked it down. That's a good job over there.
3rd down and 11 now. 6:08 to go.
It's number 7 over there, Nathan Hill. You know, Nathan Hill, he's one of the top interceptors of 5A. You know, Nathan Hill has 2 picks and one for a pick 6.
Oh wow!
You also got Jack McCubbin with a couple interceptions, and he's got a pick 6. So you know, these two guys back there. You know, you're pretty solid back there. Not too many catches being made on them.
Not at all. 3rd and long for the Ravens. 2 receivers left. For Thompson, low snap, picked up by the back. He scrambles forward, and he's actually got a little bit of yardage. He managed to gain 2 or 3 there.
It's going to be 4th down there. Just had a bad snap. The running back picked it up real quick and tried to get what he could get out of it. It's definitely going to be a pass play. The linemen weren't expecting it.
Yeah.
His coach I think he's going to go ahead and punt it here.
Yeah.
He's going to just go ahead and punt it. And just don't want to give, he's still coaching. He's still doing the right thing. You know, some in the mindset say, well, you're losing. Why don't you just go ahead and go for it? But, you don't want to put your kids in that kind of situation. You want them to keep coaching them throughout the game because you've got players coming back next year. You want them to understand that, hey, we play this game all the way through.
4th down punting situation. As we tick down to 5 minutes and change to go.
Ring coming down now. He's got a good wind to his back. Could be a nice punt.
High snap, but he's got it. Kicks it out of there, and it is going to sail. It hits at the 45 and takes off like a rocket. It's going to roll inside the 20. It's going to roll inside the 15. Goodness, what a punt. That one goes down to the South Oldham 14-yard line. So I've got that one unofficially just shy of 60 yards.
62-yarder looked like.
Goodness.
62-yarder. That's a great kick. It's going to boost the average.
Yeah, no kidding. He might get on an all-state team off of a 62-yard punt. You don't see that every day.
He's had some good punts here.
He really has.
With the wind to his back and then, a solid field goal. The Atherton kicking game has been solid tonight, so you can tell Coach works on the special teams on that.
4:55 to play.
The only thing they've had a little trouble in the special teams is fielding those kickoffs. And, I'm sure Coach will work on that in the offseason, get his guys ready. And, I think each year he's going to just get better and better with them.
Run it inside, short yardage. Not much going there. The backup quarterback in the game.
It's a nice stop there. Looks like referee stop play here. They're looking, I don't know what they're looking for. I think one of the Atherton players may have come up a little, I don't know, was he hurt? Are they trying to put him off the field? I don't know what's going on. They're all looking at each other. Oh, the officials, no flag. No flag. Okay.
Okay.
No flag. Keep it going. I think they may have thought it was 12 people on the field. Too many on the field. It wasn't. It's going to be 2nd down here.
A lot of reserves in there for the Dragons.
Both teams actually got some guys getting some work, getting some playoff work.
Backside run there, short yardage near the 1st down marker, not quite there, but a good carry right there for the back, Dalen Graves.
Stopped by number 7 there. Don't have a name for number 7. That's a nice play right there, though. Nice tackle. He's playing right outside linebacker. Or more of a defensive end. There we go.
3rd and short. South Oldham up under center. They run it inside. 1st down. A nice run here. Out across the 35, out to about the 38. Dalen Graves again on the carry.
Graves on the tackle. Jonathan Beeman on the tackle. Nice run there by the running back. Nice job by South Oldham.
Nick Hamilton is the reserve quarterback who's doing the handing off here, and you'd imagine that's what he'll do the rest of the way. 3 minutes and change away from the finish line.
Hey, Nick getting some varsity action here in the playoffs. You got to love that. Love when you get a little time there. Most of these young men probably played JV all year, busted their butt.
Yeah.
Now it's varsity time and playoffs. You get a little time. That's always excellent. It's always a good thing.
They turn and pitch it out, and Atherton strings it out. He gains a couple yards. Not a ton of room, but short yardage. Stay tuned after the game. We will have tonight's most outstanding players for each team. Those most outstanding players are brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Visit their Crestwood location at 6159 West Highway 146 or online at andersonsales.com. 2nd and 7 as we tick under 2.5 minutes. 33-3, and the Dragons seem pretty content to take much of the air out of the football here.
Get a little wishbone there.
Yeah, full house. Everybody in there. They hand it off. Picking his way back. Gained 7-8 yards. First down. Also want to mention, you can nominate your favorite student athlete for Glycod's Most Outstanding Student Athlete Award. This winter, a male and female high school student will be recognized for their outstanding academic and athletic achievements during the fall sports season. For more information and to submit an application, visit glycod.com. And again, we'll be back with our most outstanding players of the game shortly after this one finishes.
Jeremiah Parker on the tackle last time. Atherton players still playing hard.
Pitch play there for South Oldham. They cross midfield as we're down to 1:35. The final seconds ticking off. A couple more plays, and then this one will be finished.
Still playing hard over there. And, of course, South Oldham players getting some time, getting some crumbs, as we would always say. Everybody getting some crumbs, you know.
Oh, sure.
Keep the cookie jar full. Give them some crumbs. And so I always say, Coach, can I get some crumbs? Can I get in the game? Give me a play, Coach. So that's awesome that these guys are getting some varsity time, getting in there in the playoffs, getting out here, getting a little wet and nasty, get a little sweat going at the end of the game.
You can look like you played all night. Just take a good muddy dive or two.
Oh yeah, those mud games, those mud fields. But it's an excellent facility they have here.
It's really stayed remarkably clean down there despite all this ugly weather. So
the school's been around since 1989 and they've had this turf out here, and they use it for various sports, soccer, the band, field hockey, football. So this is a beautiful campus right here. Beautiful campus out here at South Oldham and Crestwood.
Final minute of the game. They hand it off inside across midfield and the back down to the 46, and that might do it right there. We'll see if they run another play. 35 seconds and the clock running.
It looks like the young guys are trying to run the hurry up, and coaches like, Coach, hurry up. I need another play. And I'm not mad at you. I'd be out there too. Coach, I need another play because, you get these opportunities. They're far and few between. Oh, quick screen.
But
quick
it's
screen.
Backward, and it goes out of bounds. So that's a fumble, unless I'm much mistaken.
Yeah, no, that's a fumble. That's a lateral. That's a backward lateral. Yeah. They're gonna line that up back there, but they're gonna keep that clock running. I was gonna
say, I see the official in the middle of the field. Wind that arm. Start that clock.
He's gonna keep. Well, it's a backward lateral.
Yeah.
But it's still just keep the clock running. Yeah, it's a live ball. That's it.
That's going to do it. South Oldham with a convincing 5A District 4 championship win tonight. They'll move on to the quarterfinals. South Oldham 33, Atherton 3 here on Glycod.
Winter is coming. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a rough winter with teeth-chattering cold. Don't be caught unprepared. Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a special $99 HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We are fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Crestwood Coin Laundry, Oldham County's leading laundromat for over 25 years. Located at 6520 West Highway 146, Crestwood Coin Laundry offers state-of-the-art facilities in a clean, inviting atmosphere. You can wash and dry clothes yourself, or you can drop off your clothes in the morning and have them back clean, dry, and folded that afternoon. Their extra-large washers are perfect for comforters and large items, and all larger machines accept credit cards. They're open at 8 on weekdays and 7 on weekends for your convenience. Stop in or visit them online, CrestwoodCoinLaundryKY.com.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. It will take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, an inexpensive wood one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Watts Home Center. Whether it's building, restoring, or improving your home, visit the experts at Watts. 2350 Commerce Parkway in LaGrange. Watts Home Center. Design that feels like home.
Robert Lane is not a seasoned politician. He grew up in Oldham County and has been in the trenches alongside first responders for over 20 years. As sheriff, he will provide fresh, community-oriented policing perspectives while maintaining a duty to serve citizens fairly and impartially. Vote for a candidate with a servant's heart. Vote Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff, committed to community.
I'm Robert Lane, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff.
Looking for new ways to connect with your customer? Did you know that local grassroots marketing is the most effective? For a successful economic approach, email info@glycod.com or call 502-551-5027. Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900 or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Winter is coming. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a rough winter with teeth-chattering cold. Don't be caught unprepared. Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a special $99 HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We are fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.